Line of credit for home renovations or debt consolidation. Learn more at scu.org. Rates vary. Terms and conditions apply.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
It's a good tune, right?
It's fun. Wow, what a music video. What a look.
Oh, my God. When I saw this in, 1982, he was the most beautiful human I'd ever seen.
Unbelievable hair.
Yeah, I saw a guy last night. You guys probably know him. He's like a rocker vocal coach dude. And he was talking about how, especially Bon Jovi, he's sort of like the poster child for it. But in the 80s, it was all about the stratospheric vocals, and Axl Rose and Rick Emmett and what they would do, and Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Mutt Lange pushed the lead singer, whose name escapes me now, of Def Leppard to
Joe Elliott
to hit these notes that he could only hit
in the studio
under the best circumstances. And then they go out on tour and
Yeah.
But now they've all lost their voices.
Well, none of those guys have, I shouldn't say none, but very few lasted. But some did. Nobody went higher or went louder than Sebastian Bach. He can still sing.
Yeah.
And he also sang professionally on Broadway, so it's like he took care of himself.
Right.
He's not a guy that just screamed and then kept screaming.
Yep. How's everyone?
Not bad.
Wednesday, right?
I guess.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I don't know. I'm having I think I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Uh-oh.
Me too. Tell me about yours.
I don't know. It's just I'm overstimulated, and I'm cleaning my apartment this morning, and everything was just making me mad. And then I drove up to work and the power's still out, and that made me really mad.
Yeah. Parking lot's empty.
Yeah, I was just telling the guys.
Oh no.
As soon as I pulled in to the garage, I walked down the stairs, which the lights were out.
Yeah.
And I was walking down like it was a zombie movie. I mean,
You're looking around the corner,
step by step. And I got some cash, and because I'm going east side, and so
it's Wednesday. Come on.
Yeah, come on. And so then I tried to get back in the building, but I was locked out. So I had to walk up the parking lot ramps, which isn't somebody Everest. But at 10 in the morning and you're sweating, you're like, this is a great start.
The way people drive in our garage, like it's a freaking NASCAR track.
Yeah.
We got to take that corner fast and wide. No, you don't.
This place sucks, man.
Dude.
Tired of it.
Dude.
Just made me mad.
And then we're talking about the building, which is not the company. They're separate entities. The building sucks.
I'm not the biggest fan of the company either. I'll be real honest with you.
These are building problems, though, unfortunately.
It's the 1 o'clock hour, so I get to give my weird thoughts I had last night. Oh, first of all, thanks to my buddy Ed Curtis and Mike Claiborne. We had dinner last night, and Claiborne should just hire himself out to have dinner with. I mean, it's just an experience.
So instead of a life coach, you're just getting a dinner storyteller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, there's not much better.
No.
He's got stories, dude.
I was telling Rach that last night it was just name after name after name after name. These guys know more people than anyone I know. And at one point, Jim Brown came up.
Oh, boy.
The running back from the 60s.
Yeah.
And they both had stories.
Yeah.
And then Ed turned to me and said, the first time I met John Kennedy in 1960, I'm like, oh, God.
The first time?
I'm just out.
The first time?
I'm going to get some tiramisu.
Yeah. You gotta start bringing a small broom or a brush. People drop names, just swipe them up.
It's incredible. We had a blast though. So Ed picked up dinner and we were at Cafe Napoli.
Yeah,
fun.
I tend to be guilty of that name thing too.
Dinner started
you get going
at 8
into stories.
p.m., by the way.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's
real late.
Yeah, that's a late dinner hour for an early to bedtime kind of guy.
So you're a name dropper too?
I don't consciously do it, but when you get into story mode and you're telling stories, well, these stories pop up. When you've been in radio/sports for 30 years, you've got a million names to drop too. It's just when stories start flowing, that's just what happens.
I used to take so much crap back in the late aughts because, Bulger is playing for the Rams and he and I were hanging out all the time.
Get a broom for that name right
traveling
there.
together. But no, people would be like, oh my God. And I'm like, well, it's
what's happening.
It's what's happening in my life. I could just make it up and go like, I was hanging out last night with my best friend from third grade in
Some
South
guy.
Roxana.
Yeah. We're just me and some guy named Mark. We're just hanging out.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Here's one of the things I thought last night. And you're either going to really get this or you're going to be like, you're so stupid. It hit me that almost every decade in the past is so definable by the way we looked. Like if I said, hey, Rach, I'm having a 70s party, you would know how to dress. 80s, big hair, mall hair, 90s, neon. And then starting to me in around 2000, 2010-ish, like if I said, hey, we're having a 2014 party, I feel like our era now, it has no real look or vibe or feel. Do you agree? Am I wrong?
It has been for a while. I don't know how far back I would go, but for a long time, it's almost been a little bit of anything goes. Like you've got long hair people, you've got short hair people, you got the broccoli cut, you've got skinny jeans, but you also got baggy jeans. Like you got it's definitely more of like just do what you want. That's kind of the vibe I get from the 2020s at least.
It could be right.
It's like whatever you want, it's fine.
I think it's more, and I also think the eras belong to the young folks more.
That's a good point too.
Because if you said let's have a 2016 party, I would know exactly how to dress like that, but I was also 24 years old in 2016. So it was like it's like dressing young for that time. Now it's like adults, I feel like most adults just dress as far as what is flattering to them in 2026, which I think is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So according to the internets, the 2015 aesthetic was a 90s revival.
Okay, that's convenient.
Which would, kind of make it somewhat easy, right? Because we all know what 90s looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Are we getting into the repetitive? Like, we're starting to
Maybe
recycle?
we ran through everything?
I mean, most things. Certainly not all of them.
What if, the 40s and 50s aesthetic came back?
No, thank you. Hard pass.
What do you not like about that? Too many suits?
Suits, ties, dress shoes. Everybody's got hats.
Dresses.
Too formal.
With
too
long
formal.
gloves.
I don't like formality. I'd be happier with, the caveman days coming back. Just, whatever. Wear whatever.
Rach, you would look great in that era.
Thanks.
Yeah.
See, I really like the fashion from back then, but I don't actually want to live day to day like that. Because
Right.
it's like,
A lot of work.
I
Like a
gotta do my
50s
makeup.
party sounds good, but you do not want to do it every day.
Right. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's just too formal. Everybody looks hot and sweaty. No thanks.
Did they?
Well, I mean, to me, just everything about that look is hot and sweaty. Suits and jackets and ugh.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I only know it from
Yeah.
television and movies.
I never lived it, but it looks awful.
Yeah, like in Twilight Zone when it'd be set in the 40s or 50s and it was summer in New York and everyone's out on their fire escape and sweaty. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. Andrew, you're very quiet.
Do the Right Thing. It's a movie that's
yeah,
set during a horrible, brutal heat wave in New York. Looked terrible.
Wasn't that the
Leads to a
90s
lot
though?
of-
Or 80s?
Well,
so.
well, yeah, but I mean, it
It was hot outside.
yeah. I kind of lost track of what we were talking
What are you
about.
talking about? He's like, oh, there's a little left turn there.
Andrew just has "do the right thing" written on a piece of paper.
Andrew's like,
the
have
right
you ever
thing.
considered what it would be like to live on the surface of the sun?
Have you ever considered what if it was hot outside?
Yeah. I would say
Because I have.
anything that I've seen historically before the 1960s, no thank you.
Yeah.
It all looks terrible.
Yeah.
No, I want to. I mean, I would love to wear those big suits and stuff.
No. Andrew, you going to wear a zoot suit like Mitch says?
Well, not a zoot suit. I mean, those are pretty stupid. But like, like
kind
a
of suit
roaring
you wanna wear?
like a roaring 20s type
Like a
thing,
gangster kind of thing?
just like a sensible suit with maybe a fedora. Who
You
knows?
know the way when they had the suits that come all the way up to your chest, those big tall pants?
Yeah.
Like Fred Mertz wore on Lucy?
Oh, yeah. My dad dressed like that too.
Yeah, well, that was the time. That's what it was.
He was built like Fred Mertz, and he had those white V-neck undershirt, wife beater
Yeah.
things, and he would tuck them into his blue Dickie pants with a belt and pull them up to his nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a look,
That was a
wasn't
look. Because every kid my age remembers their dad grabbing their belt again, nipple high, and sort of doing this.
Trying to get it loose.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Funny. So, Rach, if you did a 2016 party, what would you wear?
Skinny jeans for sure. Probably like a choker necklace, hair in a side part, heavy makeup. The makeup trends are so much lighter and more natural than they were in 2016. In 2016, you were doing like the crease cut eyeshadow and the winged eyeliner and a matte lipstick.
Yeah. If
Don't
I have
know what any of those things mean.
If I have any fetish, it's makeup, because I grew up in that era where every mom in my neighborhood, as I was going through puberty, had like
Probity.
blue
Burgundy.
eyeshadow and severe red lipstick.
Like
and
the lady from the Drew Carey show.
Yeah.
Mimi.
Like Mimi.
kind of like that. So I was looking into it. Let's be honest, I'm not doing research, but the whole the Sunshine Saving Act, keeping it at whatever we're at now. So the latest sun up in St. Louis would be about 8:39.
Yep.
Oh.
And the average would be about 8:10, 8:15.
Yep.
And the average sunset would be between 5:39 and 6:20.
Boom. Take it.
No.
Sign me up.
No,
Well, you're
no,
sleeping
no.
through
I don't get up
Sun-
till after 9 o'clock. I don't care if it's dark at 8:30.
Sunrise
So I
at
guess
8:30.
all the
Yes, sir.
children waiting in line for the bus will just.
Not
That's
as
like-
children.
That's like borderline dangerous. A bunch of kids out there in total darkness at 6 a.m.
It's not worth it to me for the sun to rise so late, and then what are we getting, like 40 extra minutes of sunlight at night? Because the sun goes down
No,
at
it starts
5.
going down at like 4, though. Like it's when it starts to
Yeah,
get
but
dark.
it's not like pitch black at
Yeah.
5. It's pitch black at 5 for maybe like a month.
Yeah, but it
right?
won't be pitch black at like 7. It's going to be that, sunrise. It takes an hour or two to like reach to where it's up.
I have always been a big proponent of this, not knowing what I was talking about, pretty on par for me. And now I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I think
The changeroo is okay, just like switching it up.
It always sucks a little bit, for maybe a week or so.
Yeah.
But
It divides up the year.
Yeah, it doesn't bother
Gives
me
you
the way it
something to
is.
do.
And I won't,
something to bitch about.
we'll all get used to whatever it is. Like whatever it ends up being, you get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it would be kind of depressing to have it be pitch black when you get up.
Again, I think it's. If I know I'm the weirdo in this room, but if you're a night person that doesn't get up early, it sucks when it's dark at 4:30
Don't you think
because you get no sunlight almost at all.
Don't you think that should make you want to see a therapist?
No,
That you're the weirdest person in this room?
no, it's okay.
Look at the room.
That's okay.
I can
You guys aren't as weird as you think you are.
I can see where you're coming from, Wheels, but to me, it's like all the school children are just like, have fun, kids. You're going to school in the dark. And the vast majority of working people are leaving for work like around 8 a.m.
Yeah,
if not earlier.
rush hour will be in the dark.
Yeah.
No, it won't. The sun will be up. It won't be. It
No.
won't be like at sunrise, at like the peak of sunrise, but it'll still be coming up before that. There's a process to it. It doesn't just pop up.
How would you know?
Huh?
Yeah,
I've
you
never
have no
seen it.
clue
On
what you're
occasion,
talking
on
about.
occasion, I do end up early in the morning for baseball games. I have to get up at 6:30. Happens.
And the whole time you're like, oh.
I'm miserable the whole time. It sucks.
But now it's fine for everyone else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys don't have to get up that early.
We literally do.
You don't have to be up at 6:30 in the morning.
I would have to get up before the sun comes up every day.
Would you have to leave your house before sunrise?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I have a long commute to work, and I can't get to work at 11 o'clock every day.
I mean, I get up when it's dark anyway.
Kurt goes to work at 6. So if the sun comes up at 8:40,
He's halfway through his day before the sun's up.
It's like, I hope the sun comes out soon.
I don't know how many people my age are like this, but if I wake up and it's the least bit dusky dawny and I look at my phone and it's after 5 a.m., I get up.
Ooh.
Because I just know, like, well, I'm not going to. It's not like the old days where you would just fall back asleep and get your best sleep.
No, I agree. Lately I've been waking up at 5, out of bed by 5:30. Today I was like, I'm going to go back to sleep, and I slept till like 7.
Ooh.
That sleep you get after
Yeah.
that is trash. It does not it actually makes the day worse. And I think that's why I got up on the wrong side of the bed because I slept in too late.
Could be. Once I'm up, I do kind of like being up, though. You know?
Me too. It's nice having that extra time, and it's
Man,
quiet.
I don't do anything with
Nothing
it.
good happens in the morning. You just
That
sit
is
there.
not true.
You just sit there.
You can
I'm
get
kinda-
your groceries.
I'm
See,
kind
that's no
of with
good.
Kevin on that part.
Yeah.
Like I'll get up in the morning, but I'm not. Nothing good happens then. I don't like it. It's not good.
Right.
I enjoy my peace and my quiet and
Yeah.
my reflection time.
Yeah, I got that at, evening.
2 a.m.
That's when the
evening.
ghouls are out.
Yeah. The ghouls are out.
Ghouls.
Yeah, everyone else in the world says nothing good happens after midnight. We just
Yeah.
like, nothing good happens. in the
Nothing good
morning."
happens before 9 a.m., I'm telling you. People would be happier if they didn't have to leave their homes until after 9 a.m.
Kelly says parts of Alaska are dark 24/7 for months. Yeah, I lived there.
That had to suck.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
That definitely, even if it was it can be the other way too, right?
Yeah.
All daylight forever. Both of those would suck.
I think daylight forever bothered me more.
Oh yeah, because your sleep's got to get jacked up.
Yeah.
At least in the dark you can sleep.
I'll tell you guys about my friends at Bethesda. I will just tell you that they are an award-winning senior living care and services organization. They've been doing this for 135 years, since 1889. They're not-for-profit, which can really be to your advantage because they are not looking to cut corners and scrimp and save on everything that's going to negatively affect you or your elderly loved one. If you are my age-ish and you are perfectly capable of living on your own and taking care of your own needs, but you're kind of tired of all the hassle that comes with owning a home, we have 7 different apartment buildings around town for independent living. We also have many different buildings that are assisted living, skilled nursing, hospice care, memory care, and I've experienced the skilled nursing with my mom, who was there for 5 months, and then the hospice work that I do, I'm in there quite a lot, and I just think that everyone there is really great. So if you are facing that Y in the road that I faced twice now with both mom and dad, it's very difficult. You are not stupid. It's like a minefield, and be careful because my dad went to a place that wasn't so great. And if you want to get some help, my friend Michelle, who is one of the executives there at Bethesda, but just a wonderful person, heart of gold, been there 31 years. Go to BethesdaHealth.org, hit the contact us button, put in your name, a little bit about your situation, say it from the DGS. You'd like to talk to Michelle. Michelle will get back with you.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer. on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
Soldiers Memorial Military Museum looks at American military history through the lens of St. Louis. From the Revolutionary War to the present day, the galleries showcase stories of local service members and delve into the city's wartime history. Outside, the Court of Honors includes monuments to those who lost their lives in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Admission is free. Find information about special exhibits at mohistory.org/memorial. That's mohistory.org/memorial.
Proudly serving St. Louis for over 100 years. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS. Short little segment here because we went so long bitching and moaning. I got some stuff on the other side, though.
Nice.
Today is National Hot Dog Day.
I feel like, look, I'm appreciative of the fact that it's National Hot Dog Day, but that seems like one that happens like 13 times a year.
No, we for sure just had National Hot Dog Day.
That's funny.
What is it? Are people celebrating in any particular way?
Didn't even know it was happening. I feel bad.
I may have to get me a Steve's tonight.
Oh, all right.
Celebrate.
All right.
It's also National Give Something Away Day.
Oh. Hey, it's also Tom Ackerman's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Tom.
And Hot Dog Day?
Yeah.
We got another July birthday.
Yeah. Happy
Wonderful.
birthday, Tommy.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Should probably text him that.
Tom looks better than any 63-year-old I know.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
No, he's listening. It's his birthday. He's listening. The average person passes gas this many times every 24 hours.
Oh, no. I'm taking the over.
175.
200.
10.
That's way low.
The thing that you need in the morning, when you first wake up.
Total Information AM.
I like to be informed with the news and like to know, like in the mornings, I like to know what's going on.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
It's always smart to know what's going on.
Your morning news and information.
The national and local news.
Weather.
Sports.
I like the traffic reports.
Total Information AM.
I listen to it in the mornings. It really gets me going.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
So there are fun things you can buy in life, and there are really not fun things you can buy in life. And I hope Universal Windows Direct doesn't fire me for saying this, but honestly, I would say windows are like in the middle, closer to the not fun, because every house has windows, and I don't know that you pull up to someone's house, you're like, oh my God, Frank, look at the. But it's something that you need. It's something that does add beauty to your home. When you clean them, it'd be really nice if they were easy to clean and easy to lock and easy to open. And ours certainly are. And then, depend on about a third savings on your heating and cooling bills 12 months out of the year. That's really, really important. And there are tons of window companies out there. These guys are my favorite. They are straightforward. They're simple. They're not like, automatons or zombies or something, but they realize you're selling windows. You can buy 4 windows and get 4 windows for free. You get 48 months, 4 years of 0% interest financing, same as cash to pay them off. I always love that. So if you're in the market for windows, 314-334-2522, or just remember universalwindowsdirect.com.
Summer is here. Time to enjoy baseball, barbecues, and the shade of your trees. When it comes to tree care, call the certified arborist at Gamma Tree Experts. Hi, I'm Tim Gamma. Protect your valuable trees from storm damage or devastating insects such as the emerald ash borer. Knowledge and quality are hallmarks of our reputation. For pruning, spraying, fertilization, or removals, call Gamma Tree Experts today at 314-725-6159 or visit us at gammatree.com. Your trees deserve the best care.
Dave Murray's forecast is sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm.
The humidity is starting to creep back up on us on this Wednesday afternoon. Sunshine in control. 91 should do it for the high. Tonight, clear skies. The evening's okay. It is a little more humid, but for this time of year, it's okay. 74 for the overnight low. Thursday and Friday, partly sunny skies. We're going to call it hot and humid, though temperature-wise, it's nothing extreme. 93 each day, and each day could bring some spot thunderstorms. Not a lot of activity. They're kind of drifters, so they could produce some locally heavy rain from time to time, but that certainly is not for everybody. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sandberg Phoenix serves your business in litigation, intellectual property, and products liability. We're more than a law firm. We're committed to your success. Learn more at sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
All right, guys, look, getting into better shape, being in shape, working out, all that conceptually, the ideas are easy, right? Eat well, eat a little less than you were before, more physical activity. Conceptually, it's all easy. In practice, let's just say it's easier to say than to do. And that's why I'm such a big fan of Burn Balance Complex, which you can pick up at supplement superstores, along with a lot of other great things, including products and advice, because everybody that works there is a personal trainer. They're all sports nutrition specialists. They definitely can help point you in the right direction. And to me, Burn Balance Complex is a great direction because what it does is gets your body working with you instead of against you, which makes the decisions you have to make easier, which makes staying on a plan, eating or a workout plan easier because your body's doing what it's supposed to. See, what Burn Balance Complex is a complete metabolism system. It's not just a fat burner. It's way more complicated than that and way better than that because it brings way more to the table. The number one thing you will find out is that your metabolism is probably not working where it should be, and Burn Balance Complex helps that. It's a very simple thing. You don't feel your metabolism, but you definitely see results in a pretty short amount of time. A few weeks, you start to notice because you do make better decisions. In addition to the metabolism boost, you're going to get reduced stress levels, lower cortisol levels, which will help with sleep. You're going to get appetite and craving control, which is a really big deal when it comes to sticking to plans. All-day focused energy, no jitters, no crash, so you don't have this get home from work and I just don't want to work out or I don't want to get up early to do it. You feel good, so you stay with the workouts. It's not a magic pill. You don't just get results from taking it. Nobody would ever tell you that, certainly not at supplement superstores. But what it is a great assistant. It makes doing all of the hard things easier. That's my own personal experience, and it has been for a long time. So get out to supplement superstores. Tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you, and by the way, they'll knock 30% off the Burn Balance Complex right then and there, and you can find a location at supplementsuperstores.com.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck, taxed. Your property, taxed. Everything you buy, taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5, paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Tomorrow night, it's City Soccer on KMOX. First up, Gen C's hosts a special soccer edition of Sports Open Line beginning at 6 from Energizer Park. Then, it's City SC facing Sporting KC. Pregame 7:05, kick at 7:30. City Soccer on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS, KMOX 134. We have Gen C's coming up at 2 p.m. I think that's what time the next World Cup game starts. That'll be fun. Janelle's going to be here at 3. Scotty Warman's going to join us at 4 for the Cardinals report. So a lot of fun stuff ahead. I've got a really interesting listener email.
Oh?
And I'm just going to paraphrase it for you. It was very long, and I don't want some of it could give away, like, identity, so I'm just going to paraphrase it. But really interesting. It was from a woman in her mid to late 20s, and she is married. They're newlyweds. They've been married about a year, and they dated for, a couple years before that. And she says that her mother-in-law is like a kind of a stereotypical cliche mother-in-law and very nosy and controlling. But she says that what really bothers her, and it's been going on since they were dating, so she saw the red flag and she went in with her eyes open, but it's really getting to her, is that when her husband and his mother are together, one of the first things the mother does, especially when they're at their house, at the young kid's house, is she'll just walk up and start massaging her son's shoulders. And then every time she'll say, "Oh, just come over here." And she'll sit on the couch and have her son sit on the floor and massage him for like an hour. And she finally has brought it up to her husband, and he was just like, "You don't get it. We're just close. We've always been like this. It's kind of creepy that you're jealous of my mom." And she's like, "Well, it's kind of creepy. Your mom's massaging you all the time." So she said, like, "Have you ever heard of this? Did anyone ever experience this? Do you have any advice?"
She's just rubbing his shoulders?
Yeah, she's like she says that she massages his shoulders and his head, but it's like it's creepy. Like, it's not like a therapeutic. It's like, he's really into it and she's really into it. And, yeah.
That almost sounds like mom's being competitive, like claiming her land, if you will. Like, this is my son, not your husband. It almost feels like a power play. Because, it's one thing to be affectionate with your adult children. My dad gives me hugs. My mom will, but it's not like they're going to be like, "Come over here and you got to spend half an hour so I can rub your shoulders." Like, I would consider that weird if my parents did that. But I guess if you grew up that way, maybe you don't think it's weird.
Yeah.
But at some point, doesn't everybody, like, when people grow up, don't you have to be like grow into new boundaries and maybe set them yourself if you're an adult child and say, "Hey, this is a bit much, Mom."
Rach?
I would have to see it for myself, I suppose.
Andrew, come in here. Let's play it out. I want you to sit right here.
There's nothing. Let's not get between this guy and his happiness. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again.
Let's not get between this guy. If he likes kissing his mom,
Wow.
They're not kissing. She's rubbing his shoulders.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe his shoulders hurt.
Yeah, one thing never leads to another. Right?
Oh my God.
Jeez.
You can take the boy out of all.
Man, oh man.
Like, I can see it to where it's like, yeah, if it's done in a certain way, like, yes, I could see it being weird. I also do find it weird whenever the significant other becomes threatened by, like, a mom or a sister, or if it's a guy like a dad or a brother. It's like, unless something blatantly strange is happening, then I'm kind of side-eyeing you a little bit. Like, why do you feel so insecure? Why can't you just rub his shoulder?
Yeah.
Maybe he's got tension in his neck. I don't know.
Kelly says, "I'm the mother of a grown man, and that is all caps creepy."
I'm kind of on Team Kelly there. I think it's just a lot. Like, if it's the first thing every time, you're like, at some point, I'm not a child anymore. Stop treating me like I'm 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I'm the partner, like, and I'm looking at that going, that just feels like a power play. That feels like mom saying, it's still my son, even though he's your husband, which is stupid. There should be no competition. They are very different relationships, except in the way Andrew's phrasing it.
There's also something we said for. So they've been doing this every time for years, and you married him.
Well, that's
that's
kind
the
of
other
on
thing.
you that you're just now deciding, like, it's weird. It's like, well, maybe you should have spoken up immediately if you thought that it was strange.
Did you not think it was weird at the beginning, and just now you think it's weird? Because that can
Maybe,
happen, but why do you think it's weird now? Did something else happen?
Maybe she thought, well, once we're married.
Right, maybe. I mean, I can think that's a valid logic, but I do agree with Rach and Andrew, but I think that's a red flag for sure.
Has she voiced this to the husband?
Yes.
Okay.
And he basically said, you're making this weird, and it's not weird.
Yeah, I mean, kind of sounds like she's making it weird.
I don't know, man.
Like, I'm not saying it's not like I'm not saying you
weird.
should do it as a a old lady. You should be rubbing on your grown kids, but it sounds like the wife in this situation. That just leads to kissing. But it sounds like the wife is making it weird. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sounds like
man.
it's not a big deal, and she's turning it into a
I'm
big
kind
deal.
of on team wife here. I think it's really odd when parents are overly clingy to adult children.
So if Megan's dad came over and rubbed her shoulders for an hour every time, you wouldn't think that was odd?
Well, I feel differently about that.
Why's that?
I think when it's like fathers and their daughters, there's a much, I mean, we don't necessarily have to get into it, but there's a much higher precedent for, I think, wrongdoing.
But
I think the statistics will bear out that way.
I think we need to take out the wrongdoing part of this and just talk about the way this is control, is what it is. So if we just take out the idea that anything awful is happening and it's just control, that's what makes it weird, because it feels like you're claiming your turf. And why are you competing with your husband's wife? Or why would you be competing with your daughter's son? Like, you're not in competition. It's not a game. You have separate relationships with the same person.
I bet that happens, though, a little bit almost always. Right?
I'm sure subconsciously
Not the rubbing or the
out.
kissing, but I mean, just like,
Well, it's hard to blend families together and to welcome new people into your family. That can.
Yeah. We underestimate that, don't we?
But over time, doesn't that, like, you get to know the person and you're like, that all calms down? I understand it initially. You don't know this person. It's the getting to know you part. But by the time you're years in, you know the person. So if you're still doing it, then you're still staking your claim for some reason. And that sounds like a you problem as a parent. Like, cut the cord. You raised the person. It's okay to let them be their own adult and not stay attached to them.
Okay, I want to keep following this line of logic, though. So is it weird to get a massage? Is it like cheating on your spouse to go and get him?
Cheating.
So then why is it weird for your mother-in-law to rub her son's neck or shoulders, like, in an open environment? It's not like they're like, come on, let's go to the other room and get our massage. Like, that would be strange. But like,
you're not walking in on
people.
her giving him a massage. Yeah, Rach makes a great point. If it's just like, you go over there for dinner one night and she walks over and, squeezing his shoulders or whatever, I don't really see a problem with that.
I mean, it's bizarre if it's the first thing when you walk in.
So if it was...
Like, if your son goes, man, my neck's a little tight. Here, I can fix that for you. That's different. If it's like, here, come here, kid. I gotta get the back. I gotta get the shoulder up. And that's weird. It's controlling. It doesn't mean anything terrible's happening. It doesn't mean there's any kind of weird abusive thing. It's just controlling.
Well, what responsibility does the husband
a lot.
have?
Yeah, a lot to say, okay, Mom, come on.
Because, I mean, if my mom rubbed my back for me, I don't think my significant other would be like, this is weird.
I bet
You're
it
really
would
stuck-
if it was every time.
Maybe.
You're really stuck on this, Kevin. I don't think it's a controlling thing to, like, rub your son's shoulders.
To say, like he's a little child, okay, come here, it's time for me to get the shoulder rubs in, and here, sit down, and we'll do this for a half an hour when you first walk in the room. That's weird.
Well, okay.
If it's, like, upon demand where your son is like, man, that's a little tight, and Mom's like, okay, I took care of that when you were 20, I can take care of that now, that's a different thing. But if it's literally every time or regularly that's odd.
I don't like to get too judgmental with it, because there are families where the adults are still kissing each other on the lips. And it's like, Look, if everyone's having a good time with that and like no one feels pressured, then I don't really care. It's not what my family does. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's creepy and weird.
But doesn't a spouse have, and I feel this way as a husband, at some point, don't you have to kind of like, all right, well, this is bothering the person that I married. Maybe I should adjust this behavior a little bit and have that conversation with my parents. Say, hey, it comes across a little weird. We just got to like slow it down. I mean, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with.
We have to slow it down.
Mom, we got to take this slow.
Yeah, we got to take this slower, Mom.
Or when Mom says do it, you're like, no, Mom, I'm okay. It's fine. I'm good.
I mean,
I'm doing something else right now.
Maybe he could rub her sometime.
Yeah, I guess the way I look at the situation is it is 100% on the husband to put a stop to this.
I agree with that.
Like, if it is weird and it is inappropriate, like, he should just be like, oh no, I'm good. And then if Mom is like still pushing for it, then like, then that's quite strange. But I guess what I just don't see, like, if he's fine with it and he's not like being creepy, like, oh yeah, that's the spot, Mom. Like, if they're just able to carry on a normal conversation, I'm not getting too worked up about it.
I don't know, man. I mean, but obviously, we're only focusing on this one example. It's got to be more than that if it's bothering someone. It's got to be more of a regular personality controlling
And I'm not saying
type
this
thing.
is our listener at all.
And the stream, by the way, is on Team Kevin so far.
I'm not saying this is our listener at all. Like, there probably are weird vibes there, and that's why she wanted to write the email in the first place. But I disagree. I think there are plenty of people who will get bothered over nothing. Like, that is a thing where people will get jealous over any person in their spouse's life, and that can extend to family.
Kevin, if the best you got to back you up is the weirdos on the stream, you got to find a better.
I'm not saying it makes me a winner.
You got to find a better army, big dog.
But there's no dissension there at all, man. I mean, again, at some point, do you not have as a spouse a responsibility to at some point consider the feelings of your significant other? And maybe place that a little higher than.
Yeah, what if it feels good?
Maybe back rub feels amazing.
Yeah, I would kill for a back rub. Like, sounds great to me.
I'm sitting right here.
If you tell me,
we just know what it leads to, is all.
At this point, if you're telling me as a married person whether or not I'm going to worry more about my mom or dad's feelings on a subject or my wife's, I'm going to be more concerned with my wife's feelings on a subject. I'm not going to be like, oh, but they're my mommy and daddy.
You should be nice to your mom and dad.
I am. I love my parents. But if it comes down to
sounds like you're mean
something is a little weird and it's a concern for the person that I'm married to, I'm going to address the concern a little bit just for that person. Just for that person, even if it doesn't bother me at all.
Michael Hutchinson seems to be implying that the dad should be getting jealous as well.
You guys have a picture of it, right?
Of course I do. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've witnessed it.
Everyone listening.
No. I have a picture of it. I totally see how it could be weird. I'm just reluctant to say, like, in every case, it's inappropriate and should stop.
Right.
I've no doubt that this listener is experiencing something strange. If she felt the need to write into the DGS about it.
I don't think it's just like a few isolated examples of this. And again, at some point, as a grown-ass person, wife or husband, either side, don't you have to cut the cord a little bit? And be like, my priority is my significant other, not mom and dad. Mom and dad, I'm a grown person now. We don't have to keep it like I'm still 12.
Rich says, my wife and I were talking about lip kissers the other day. It's funny, I have about a half a dozen people in my life who are lip kissers. That's just what they do when they greet you.
It's just what they do.
Yep.
Sounds like Rich is just getting some action.
I pass. Don't do that to me.
I need to hang out with Rich more often.
No kidding.
I don't mean the one on the cheek. That's fine. I don't care about that. Don't do that.
You know who kisses me on the lips?
Rich got some eyes wide shut stuff going on.
Andrew, you better watch it. You almost did it again.
I didn't almost do it again.
Yes, you did.
I almost said scuff because I tripped over my words. I was trying to nail that joke, and I stumbled a little. Thanks for pointing it out.
That was a good joke, though.
Andrew's full of beans.
Also, maybe I am going to accidentally do it again one day. It happens.
And now you broke the seal.
Now I can't,
Yeah,
now I
nothing
can't stop
bad
doing
happened.
it.
Like, who cares?
Are you guys uncomfortable with lip kissers?
I don't want to kiss other
Yeah,
people.
don't.
on the
Yeah,
lips.
Yeah, I'm not.
Don't do that.
I ain't kissing
Don't do
nobody
that.
on the lips.
We all had that like aunt when you were a kid, and you're just like, "Ugh, go away.
Boy, I had
Stop
mine.
kissing me.
Did you have an aunt like that? Because we had a couple old ones like that. They're always older, and he was like, no, I don't.
Was she like, get over here? I need to rub your neck.
just get that,
Put a bunch of lipstick on
yeah,
first.
yeah. Mark my territory.
Jeff Carlisi from 38 Special kisses me on the lips because he's Italian.
That's very weird.
Yeah, well, I don't like that.
Well, that's fine. It's Jeff.
Don't do that, Jeff.
I'm fine with it.
I don't know if him being Italian is the reason why.
Hey, son, you're making me question
Dave's been
everything.
justifying it all these years. He's like, well,
Sounds like maybe he's just in love with you.
Family's from Italy.
I mean, he's French. What's he going to do? Of course he's going to French kiss you.
Why'd that make me hot? Tell you guys about John Moriarty from E3 Wealth. I talk about John all the time. He is a financial guy. I've known him for 20 plus years, maybe the whole time. He was with me on 97.1 a bunch. He did a show on 97.1 for about 7 years, like one of the weekend financial shows. Super smart, very normal, baseball player, very soft-spoken, very intellectual, doesn't come off as intimidating at all, but as usual, don't mistake that for weakness. He is very aggressive when it comes to protecting your finances, ethically avoiding taxes. His real passion is helping people who own businesses and who have entrepreneurships, because you just have so many options available to you that people like me who just get a W-2 at the end of the year, we are very, very, very limited, whereas you are not. He can take your business to the next level. He can help you pass it on to your kids. He can help you sell it outright. Again, that's E3 Wealth for John Moriarty.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What has your candidate actually delivered? In Clayton, Ladue, Olivet, and Warson Woods, there's just one Democrat running for state representative who can answer. That's Sidney Clark. As mayor, he's delivered more than $100 million in economic growth and some of the strongest home values in the region. Balanced budgets, steady leadership, a neighbor since 1973. And now, Sidney Clark will protect what you've built, stopping costly data centers from hiking your utility bills, and voting no on Amendment 5, which actually increases taxes on everything you buy. No other candidate in this race can say it. Sidney Clark has already done the job, and he's ready from day one. Sidney Clark, results, not rhetoric. Democrat for State Representative District 99.
I'm Sidney Clark, and I approve of this message. Paid for by Sidney Clark for State Representative District 99. Tammy Clark, Treasurer.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 154. Jen C is going to be with us at the top of the hour. I told her that's what we're going to start with, is the rubbing thing. So she's like, she has an opinion.
She's like, I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, she's ready to go.
All right.
Andrew's probably in there trying to sway her back to his side where it's perfectly normal. It's fine.
He's working the room.
Yeah. I got nothing. I got stuff for the rest of the show. I'm not good.
You don't have a 1 minute?
I'm not good at that.
Nobody is.
Tough.
I'm not good at that.
Nobody's good at
Here's
that.
a story for you. A 75-year-old man in Florida was arrested after pepper spraying a family in a pet store. What? He had his dog with him, and he approached the kids and said, "Would you like to pet my dog?" And they were creeped out by him, and they walked off. He followed them, and when the father said, "We'd really just like some space and privacy," he pepper sprayed the whole family.
Time to go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like a predator of some kind.
You don't get to just do that. I mean, if somebody's like accosting you, fine, but if they're just around you, that's not okay. You're in a public place. Time to get some jail time.
Really wanted that dog petted. Tell you guys about my friend Dr. Matt Bays at Bays Sports Medicine. He is a former college athlete. He's a medical doctor. He spent the last 10 years or so in a practice that I represented. Know all those guys, love all those guys, where they did primarily regenerative medicine, which are the stem cell injections. As I've told you several times, I've watched Matt do about a dozen treatments. So I've seen people have the stem cells pulled out and put back in. And, you're under anesthetic, not like general anesthetic, just local. But I've never seen anyone wince. I've never seen anyone like, oh, my God, I hate this part. But I have had several of those people tell me, like, Dave, this is the only thing that helps me at all. So these would be mostly for chronic conditions. But also there was one lady there who was a marathon runner who was very serious and competitive, and she was having problems with her quads, and she had that done there. But that's not all he does. He does conventional sports medicine. So if you or somebody you care about is injured, whether it's sports or a car accident or a slip and fall or a just because, come on in, let him diagnose it, and let him get you the treatment that you need. 636-735-3003, baysportsmed.com.
You know, here in St. Louis, word of mouth still matters, and I'm pretty careful about who I recommend, especially when it comes to something as personal as estate planning. I'm Tom Ackerman. My family has been working with the Lederman Law Firm for over 20 years now, and the reason is simple. They don't just create documents and send you on your way. They help make sure your plan works. Because let's be honest, life changes. Family needs and circumstances change. Laws change. But most estate plans don't change over time as needs, circumstances, and laws change. They're outdated, sitting in a drawer. People assume they're fine, and their plan will work when they need it to work. At the Lederman Law Firm, it's not a one-time transaction. It's an ongoing process. They build a plan to protect your family and your assets, and then for a fixed annual fee, they help keep it up to date as both your life and assets change. Check out the Lederman Law Firm at LedermanLaw.com or give them a call at 314-514-9100. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
It is 1:57. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood, the voice of St. Louis.
At 2 o'clock, we've got sunshine downtown at the Arch. Right now, it is 90 degrees. When a foot of rain resulted in historic flash flooding in Reynolds and Iron counties, Governor Mike Kehoe says many people jumped into action. Resorts and businesses in the Steelville and Lesterville areas are cleaning up, hoping to welcome campers and floaters back. And Kehoe says he was proud.
Sure, we did 360 rescues. 106 of those were water rescues.
Wow.
It's mainly a 2-county area, and it was obviously low-lying areas. There were some property damage, fence damage, livestock lost, obviously.
Unfortunately, one death, a woman who was swept away by floodwaters. Kehoe says he is currently assessing what state and federal help can be made available. Straw gun buyers continue to be a problem for law enforcement. These are the people who buy guns for others who shouldn't be able to get them.
The ATF's campaign called Don't Lie for the Other Guy will combine public education and help federally licensed firearm retailers identify straw purchases. Tom Albus, U.S. Attorney.
It's kind of another component of violent crime response. You think about the act of violence, then you think about the prohibited person. Now let's take it another step and say, how did this gun come into the hands of a violent actor or a prohibited person? And that's what we're talking about.
Alba says people are criminally responsible if they lie on an ATF form to get guns in the hands of people who cannot fill out the forms themselves. It is a felony, and penalties have been enhanced by Congress. Maria Aquino, KMOX News.
From ABC News, as the U.S. unleashes a new barrage of strikes on Iran and upholds its current blockade on the Strait of Hormuz, President Trump has new comments on what he believes should occur in the Middle East. ABC's Karen Travers has the latest.
We heard from the president in an interview that he did with Fox News. The president, again, putting that threat on the table to go after infrastructure in Iran. The president also had told Fox News that he wants to see Israeli forces get out of southern Lebanon and to see the Syrian government get more involved. He said that if the Israeli troops had left there, it could free up the U.S. and Israel to focus more on this situation right now with Iran.
During his confirmation hearing today, senators on Capitol Hill grilled Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche as he attempts to make his position permanent, including questions on the president's ill-fated anti-weaponization fund that Congress had all but shut down this year, with Blanche saying the funds will not move forward even if a lawsuit revives it.
The settlement fund's just not moving forward. There's no modification. It's just, it never started. No money went from the Treasury to any other account. There's no commissioners. It's not moving forward.
One person died in a crash last night on eastbound 6440 near 270. The Highway Patrol says it happened before 7. Troopers report the driver of a car going the wrong way was killed when it struck another vehicle. Upcoming NHL season begins September 29th. The Blues announced today their home opener will be October 9th against San Jose. The complete NHL season schedule announced tomorrow at noon St. Louis time. Side note, we know the Blues will be the road team at 2 home openers, October 2nd at Dallas and October 6th at Chicago. The St. Louis Sports Commission is getting $2.5 million of Rams settlement funding. Commission President Mark Schreiber tells KMOX the money will be used as a sustainable account for use in bid fees or guarantees for future sporting events.
We dip into that fund, we pull that money out, and then the event comes through. The sales tax revenue generated from that event, a portion of that sales tax revenue goes back in.
Schreiber says the next bidding deadline for the commission is August 31st. First, it's trying to land the 2031 World Cup of Rugby. The Dow from Stiefel up 94 points to 52,602.
The humidity is starting to creep back up on us on this Wednesday afternoon. Sunshine in control. 91 should do it for the high. Tonight, clear skies. The evening's okay. It is a little more humid, but for this time of year, it's okay. 74 for the overnight low. Thursday and Friday, partly sunny skies. We're going to call it hot and humid, though temperature-wise, it's nothing extreme. 93 each day, and each day could bring some spot thunderstorms. Not a lot of activity. They're kind of drifters, so they could produce some locally heavy rain from time to time, but that certainly is not for everybody. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got a cloudy sky. It is 90 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
Honey, I found the one.
Oh, I thought I was the one.
Oh, you are, but this one's certified, background check, shows up on time, and can install all the ceiling fans.
Heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing. Trusted pros who do it right.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Wednesday. A few minutes past 2 p.m. Jen Seeks is in studio with us for the first time, and I listened to her on Chris and Amy, and I get jealous, and I'm like, get me some Jen Seeks. So Andrew reached out, and she's here.
This will be the last time you say that.
And he's like, she wants to be on again. I'm like, oh, tell her Chris and Amy want her.
Do not tell them, by the way, that I came in for this, because they're going to know.
Oh, I know.
I came in one time. I came in one time. I need my key fob. I need my key card. And apparently none of those are working today. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah. And, I did like a twofer. I came in to get things, and now they're like, you don't come in anymore. I'm like, I came in for the one thing.
Right. Yeah, you're like Bigfoot. I just see you walking through the hall, then you're gone. I'm like, I think I saw her, but
I mean, we joked about this. The last time you were in studio, we've crossed paths and talked a lot on the phone, but we had never been in the same place at the same time until about 3 months ago?
Pretty much. So
weird.
And when I'm over on, just across the hall on the Y98 side for City Games, there's a different look that I go for. It's both the baseball cap, maybe I showered. Who knows? It's just like when I used to come from Lindenwood when I worked at
that's exactly right.
One Memorial Drive. You don't need.
That's the sporting way.
You can't tell that through the screen.
Well, I was at dinner last night with Mike Claiborne, and of course he looks like Mike Claiborne. He's dressed to the
always looks good.
Oh.
And someone brought it up as we were walking in, because you can't walk in with Mike without a million people stopping you. And someone asked him, like, why do you always do this? And he goes, you know what? I'm in the big leagues, and if you're in the big leagues of anything, if you're at the top of your game, you should look like it. And I'm standing there looking like I'm late for third grade. And I felt like he's talking right to me, and I'm like, I wore pants for you today.
Yeah.
I was going to wear, remember I said I'm wearing shorts?
all
week?
you haven't done that
Since
yet.
Steve's on vacation,
Yeah.
I had my shorts picked out, and I'm like, oh, Jen Cease is coming. I better put pants on.
Oh,
I can't.
don't. You're released from that obligation forever. Because if I do ever come in again, the hair, the makeup, that is just one time.
Don't expect this.
That's a one time. And then if I do it, Rachel, you probably get me as a fellow woman. If you do the effort, you have to do more things that day.
Yes.
Like I knew how many other people I can see.
Right.
Exactly.
Add more stuff to go with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't let that go to waste.
Yeah, I mean, I might
Never
even
had that
sleep on it for
problem.
tomorrow.
That's just me.
awesome.
That's just me brushing my hair. That's basically the extent of what I'm in. And I don't even brush it.
Dude, I'm not like one big finger. When I wash myself, it's like I'm washing my thumb.
I don't have anything to say to that. That's a good one.
I mean, I've always said this. Like, if they really invented a cure for baldness, I would grow out Jesus' hair once.
Yeah. We've got the picture.
Right. And I look
I got to
good.
show Jen, yeah.
Oh, please
But,
do.
but I would shave it off because this is so easy. It's the easiest thing ever.
Yeah. Well, I think when I was a freshman at Lindenwood, so we're going to call that 1992. Oh, my God. I remember for the first and last time I took an 8 a.m. chemistry class. Stupid. I also thought I was an 80s girl. I grew up in the 80s, so I thought we had to look nice for class. And thankful those are the senior soccer players who were like, girl, you can save yourself a whole lot of time by getting some baseball caps. And that is how I did the rest of my college years.
Yeah, I always think about the girls who go to all-girls Catholic schools in St. Louis, like Trish. And I asked Trish, I'm like, how much effort would you put in? She's like, oh, my God, are you kidding me? Like, you literally roll out of bed and just put on your uniform and go.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the right way to do it.
Yep.
So, are you first generation soccer? Did your parents were they into
actually,
it?
now that you say that, yeah. My dad grew up in St. Clair, Missouri. He was a working farm family. My mom grew up in North County. So there's your North County, South County rival right there. She was in Florissant. They're oldest of good Catholic families. My dad's the oldest of 7. My mom's the oldest of 10.
There you go.
So no, my dad was the athletic one, but really didn't have a chance to play organized sports in whatever that was in fashion. So he just really wanted his kids to play sports, and soccer was is a relatively easy thing to sign up for as a youth. And when you think about kids, and I just think about my 4 who are 20, 17, 15, and 10, the absolute best sport, I think, to start any kid in, if you just want them to run around and get all they want is to run around, maybe kick the ball, and they just want to go to the concession stand. That is the biggest thing for them. Is soccer, because it doesn't require a whole lot.
And you know what? Having grown up, I went on to play sports in college, but I never had a coach at anything. Like I always say, I never had a baseball coach that didn't have a beer in his hand, right? So
100% true.
But what you're describing, I think, is great for kids.
Yes.
Just like run around, maybe touch the ball, pick some daisies.
And you find out a lot about your kids too, and everybody panics a little bit when you have a daisy picker. It's fine, relax.
Yeah.
Some of them are really smart. They stay outside the herd and they wait for the ball to pick.
My child.
They become strikers.
My child.
Exactly. And then they're cherry pickers. It's fine. And then the other ones are probably defenders of some sort because they're in the scrum trying to fight for the ball.
Yep.
That's right. So the funny thing about my third born was actually he was a preemie. So he's always been a little bit small for his age. He's hoping that the human growth hormone kicks in near teen years. But when he was playing his 3v3, we were living in Oakville, Queen of All Saints, and the first two had already played. We're pretty good, decent athletes, and he's just out there and he loves this game, but he just followed the guys around. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the bribery thing. I will get you a whole pack of Big League Chew. That you guys know the Big League Chew. Looks like shred. Yes.
The best.
The best. And if you score a goal. And so I just wanted to see if it worked. And he did. But he did it by turning around and scoring on his own goal.
Oh! Did he get the reward?
No.
All right, good. Good mom.
But he fought for it.
Yeah.
And I said, what are you doing? He goes, going this way is easier.
Yeah.
Because he was on a good team.
He's a thinker.
He's going to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
So later he did get the legit goal, and
there we go.
And then he put the whole thing in his mouth, just like we all did. So it was fine.
Of course.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
Joking
the whole
hazard.
thing. Yeah.
Not to just wax philosophic, but how lucky are we to have grown up in that era?
Oh, jeez.
Right?
And survived it. To be fair,
Yeah.
there are not very many guardrails
on
anything. As we were just chatting, Kevin and I, during the break of, I played softball in the hot box, and we like to not only start further in than baseball players do, but then we creep 3 or 4 steps, especially if we think you're going to drop that bunt.
Yeah.
And
slap bunt.
And how I have my teeth without the mask is beyond me. So I mean, not all of it was maybe good per se, but we did. We learned a lot of grit and resilience and how to get around the rules.
Absolutely, right? I mean, I always said that, especially my daughter Phoebe, who's 21 now. I don't think she was ever out of our sight. Right? I mean, I was always out of my parents' sight.
Nonstop.
Yes. Not mine. I feel like, and we had the rule, right? So if you, depending on your house, if the lights flickered or you started to see like the porch light go off or maybe a parent hollered out and then you had to like try and run a little closer to the house so it sounded like you were closer than you because you weren't supposed to be quite as far as you were.
Yeah.
My mom has no idea on some of it. Which is good.
We're here with Jen Cease. Jen, update. Amy Mark Scores just texted me and said, tell Jen I'm pissed.
Because there's a tie yet?
But I can tell she's serious because she actually wrote the word pissed.
Yeah.
Wait, what does she
for
normally?
Amy, that's a lot. That's
like,
what is the normal? What is?
Well, she will never say a bad word.
Yeah.
She doesn't say bad words. Oh. Well, she does, but she doesn't.
Because she's probably around a microphone too many times.
I think Ranji's wearing off on her.
I really shouldn't do this. I already stole Jen Cease. I shouldn't out Amy, but off the air, like in the office, it's F-bombs.
No.
Constant F-bombs.
I can't say that. Like when somebody does drop a bomb around one of my kids, they're like, it's totally fine. My mom all the time. I'm like, not really. Come on.
Andrew dropped one on the air last week.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah.
It happens.
Now you said like
I've done it.
You said ass.
Well, that's okay. I can say ass anytime.
We couldn't a long time ago. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I changed all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the show. Okay,
Yeah.
it's my show.
That one's okay.
Because right now, England, I'm doing my soccer, England and Argentina are still tied. But don't worry, Amy, they can't end in a tie.
Who do you like? Who are you rooting for?
Well, I was rooting for Norway. Well,
me too.
Yeah, okay. So I was rooting for a long time. I like the underdog story. So Cape Verde, Cabo Verde, the best story of the tournament. So amazing. Yeah. And if any of those guys are playing in lower leagues going forward, something's wrong. They should all be getting calls on the phone right now. But then Norway, I love Erling Haaland, and I that is apparently a very American fascination thing to do. Andrew and I were talking about it. We tend to fall in love with individual players.
Yeah.
In other countries, it's club or team first, player second. Well, I think Tim Ream, U.S. men's national team, our St. Louis, and he's kind of said, it is kind of a thing over there, but I kind of feel like who cares as long as gets you to like the sport and follow the club.
Yeah.
And I just really like that guy. He doesn't even run like a soccer player. He's built to be in the NFL or rugby, but of course soccer. He followed dad. He plays soccer, and what I loved too this week was I was covering a city event, and Conrad Vollum was there. He's our own guy from Norway. Really reserved. Come to find out, we're a little forward when they're just really reserved. It's apparently like not a rude thing to be on a subway and never talk to anybody sitting next to you. It's like Americans are really, really friendly.
Really forward.
We're very talky.
And he said, I said, well, how is this, the whole rowing? And he goes, I've never seen my country like this. Like,
wow.
We don't. He goes, I think it's because they're over in America.
Yeah. Did he blame the alcohol? Were they drinking?
But when Norway got back, there were fans.
They did a parade.
They're doing the row. And I go, is that not happening all the time? He goes, no, we don't do that stuff.
Think about the
Isn't the interesting thing, though? Like, Norway comes back after what was a really disappointing loss.
Man.
And, Holland comes out late and there's all this stuff. And here, that would be a controversy. Here, that would be, if that was the biggest thing in the country, it would be like, why did he get out of that game? Why did he come? And they go back there, they got a parade. They're having a parade for the team, even though, because it was a great run for them. They don't normally do that.
It's been like 3 decades, I think, since they've done anything similar to that. So, it was a massive. And then Erling Haaland just himself, right? He's just one of those. I can't imagine how he deals with it, but here's a guy who made himself accessible on Snapchat.
Yeah.
My kids were like,
he's a funny guy,
love this guy. Like, so older people love him, younger people love him, and he's kind of endeared himself. And I think he's probably gotten those sport fans just because, my rugby friend who hates soccer, is like, I like that guy. I might watch him.
Yeah. Between him and what's the female rugby player I love?
Oh, Ilona Maher. She's the best.
She's awesome.
They should get married. And
Dude, those kids would dominate
have
every
a
sport.
master
Oh
race.
my gosh, he
geez.
does have a girlfriend.
Okay.
And but yeah, I loved her in the. That was another person,
she's
right?
great.
Who made herself really accessible. And I think that's one thing I feel like that's changing. Maybe you guys could talk about other sports as well, where there was I grew up on Jack Buck, right, and Mike Shannon, and the cultivated voice, and everything had to be prim and kind of proper. I feel like a lot of things from news to sports to personalities gears more now towards authenticity. Like people want to know the human behind that. And I think too, when you go on runs where things aren't going well for you, maybe as a player or kind of athlete at some point, if you have that connectivity with your audience, they'll give you a pass for a while.
It helps if people like you.
That's right.
Definitely. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more to Jen. I'm just going to text Amy and rub it in. DGS, KMOX, see you in a minute.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Claire Haver, a board-certified OBGYN and menopause specialist. My new podcast, Unpaused, is the place for bold, unfiltered conversations about what it really takes for women to thrive in the second half of life. Every week, I sit down with medical experts, cultural icons, and powerhouse women to talk about what really matters. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Listen to and follow Unpaused with me, Dr. Mary Claire Haver, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
About Susan L. Ward. She is a very good friend of mine. She is an excellent attorney. I know what I'm talking about with this. I mean, going to law school and doing the whole game and then practicing for 10 years. It's not like practicing for 30 or 40, but I got the flavor, right? I understand what being a lawyer is all about. I understand what being a good lawyer is all about, what being a bad lawyer, about what being a great lawyer is. And like what we're talking about here, that look how many people who play baseball in high school go to college. How many of them get drafted? How many of them make it to the minor leagues? How many of them make it to the major leagues? It's not unlike that in being a lawyer. There are, swing a dead cat. You're going to hit someone who is licensed to practice law. But the truly standout great attorneys are very few and far between. I'm telling you, Susan L. Ward is one of those. Not because she pays me to say that, but because I know her. I know other people in the divorce bar and how much respect and fear they have of her. So if you are facing divorce, whether it's out in the open, you've talked about it, or it's something you're just kind of mulling, do yourself a favor, call her, mention me, get a free consultation, write down your top 5 or 10 questions. She will give you very specific answers to your very specific questions. 314-783-9400, stlfamilylaw.com.
You feel it every time you check out. Prices up, paychecks stretched, families squeezed. That's why Ann Wagner's fighting to get government off your back and out of your way. Wagner passed the largest tax cut in American history, expanded child tax credits, ended taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. And Wagner is working to lower costs so families keep more of their hard-earned money. But Ann Wagner knows delivering for Missouri means more than just protecting their wallets. It means protecting our streets as well. That's why Wagner fought to secure our border, deport dangerous illegal aliens, partner with law enforcement, and put predators behind bars and off our streets so our neighborhoods and communities stay safe. Because real effective leadership protects what matters most: your money, your family, your safety. Ann Wagner for Congress.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 223, talking to Jen Cease. You can hear her on the City Games over on Y98. Speaking of, tell me all about City. How are we doing?
Yeah, well, we didn't. I think we ended the first. It's not even the half. It's not even half the season we did. So we ended the first part of whatever we got in before the World Cup break on a 4-game unbeaten streak. So you start to see what Yohan DeMay was working on with the team, going, okay, that's what he wants to do, and this is how it's working. And then now they've had, 2 months almost of this time, almost a second camp to do that. So people get to heal up. You get to really go through and see that. Now, we've only gotten to see a couple of practices at this point in time, and then we've got the game, of course, against Sporting Kansas City on Thursday. Oh, that's tomorrow. And so we don't normally play on Thursdays. So we have that coming up, and I'll be interested to see then what does the 2.0 version look like from what he wanted and what we started to see versus what it is now. And then, unlike some of our MLS counterparts, City hasn't had huge announcements at this point in time of new players, right? So we found that with Sporting Kansas City. We see them, especially as teams have been eliminated from the World Cup. They're finding places to go, and some of them are coming to the MLS. So we haven't seen that, and I don't think Corey Ray is done, but it'll be interesting what happens in the next, this last part of the month and as we go into August.
Yeah, I was listening to Nate the other night on Sports Open Line, and he was making the case that he's going to judge City SC harshly if they don't spend some money and bring in a star striker.
Yeah, he wants a 9. He wants a what we thought, and we kind of had it, just depends on how you liked it. Joao Klaus. We need a replacement in a way for Joao Klaus is what he's saying. So, what that striker likes and what he can do can be a number of things. Plenty of people were sour on Klaus from time to time because he's more of a hold-up striker versus the guy that's just going to go in and do everything himself, right? So it just depends on that. But, yeah, I think City fans are looking forward to seeing what that might be. We got plenty of center backs. We've got a lot of people that fill in the middle part of the field, but we are a little light. We did move out. Cedric Toyshirt is no longer with the club. That position is open. We've got people who can go in there, of course, but we'll look to see what might happen. The most interesting thing, I think, from yesterday's press conference is that Chris Durkin is out on yellow card accumulation, so MLS has a long memory. You can't, if you get one up for the break, you're still out, so he cannot play. But Tomas Ostrak is back in the training mix, and right before he got injured last season, he was really coming into form. So DeMay kind of hinted that we might see him a little bit further up in the lineup, which tells me that he could wind up in Cedric Toyshirt's spot.
So going back 2 or 3 seasons to the beginning of City SC, St. Louis is the soccer capital of the country. We're passionate fans here. But I was pleasantly surprised at how out of the gate, straight through now, it was just pure passion and excitement. And you felt like, I haven't been yet, personally.
You haven't been yet?
No.
Oh, you need to come.
Because okay, here's why. Since you're beating me up and asking me, I emailed, I put in for the season tickets, and I was going to get front row, and this is going to be my thing. I'm going to get a scarf, and I didn't get them. And so I reached out. One of the guys got back to me. He's like, "Oh man, I think we lost your email." So then I was like, "Well, I'm out." So because I'm very reactionary,
and you hold a grudge.
So I haven't been. Yeah, I'm Scottish. It's like,
oh, there you
kidding me?
Were you part of the crowd that drank Boston Dry?
Right.
For the World Cup. But yeah, it is a fun environment to go to. I will still say, even though it took a little bit of a dip. When you have a first season in a way that City never should have had. No expansion club should have a season win your conference. And then you take a little dip, and there's a lot of change that happened in the club. There was a little bit of, maybe not lost interest, but a little bit more reserved nature. But I feel like it's coming back a bit, especially with City coming out in this next part on momentum, I hope.
Excellent. Thank you, Jen.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
It.
Around baseball, questions are being asked.
Why do they win so many one-run games? Why do they win games they shouldn't win?
Is this a rebuild, a reset, or something more?
You think this stuff would be happening?
A win, Burleson and Herrera developing fast enough to change everything in real time? When the day ends, the real conversation begins.
Bernie Miklas, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler hanging out with you talking cards.
Redbird Rush Hour, weekdays at 5. This is Cardinals Talk that doesn't flinch.
Summer is here. Time to enjoy baseball, barbecues, and the shade of your trees. When it comes to tree care, call the certified arborist at Gamma Tree Experts. Hi, I'm Tim Gamma. Protect your valuable trees from storm damage or devastating insects such as the emerald ash borer. Knowledge and quality are hallmarks of our reputation. For pruning, spraying, fertilization, or removals, call Gamma Tree Experts today at 314-725-6159 or visit us at gammatree.com. Your trees deserve the best care.
Let me tell you guys about my friend Dr. Corey Stolman, orthopedic surgeon, especially now that I'm so into the medical stuff, and I kid about it, but I'm not kidding. My TikTok is all like, so you're a neurosurgeon. Like, yes, I am. So I'm really into that stuff and just fascinated, especially by surgeons and especially people who are like Corey, who are just the absolute top. I know so many doctors in town, and they all know Corey, and they not only respect him, they all send their patients to him. That if they're, an ENT or they're, a family physician, and someone needs a surgical consult for something orthopedic, they all send them to Corey because he's so good in the operating room. He has great outcomes, and he's just a really good, easy to talk to guy. So if someone twists something or tears something or obviously breaks something, whether it's emergent or it's something that's chronic, has been bothering you for maybe even decades, reach out to him, 636-231-5881 or Solman, S-O-L-M-A-N, SolmanOrthopedics.com.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck taxed, your property taxed, everything you buy taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Listen up. If you have not paid self-employment, business, or individual taxes in years, the IRS will find you. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. I offer real solutions. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call me, Lance Story, today, and let me get between you and the IRS. I'll protect your rights, including your right to appeal, or even your right to take the IRS to tax court. At the Lance Story Law Firm, our practice is focused 100% on fighting the IRS. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Story Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis. Call 314-260-6120 or visit LanceDruryLaw.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast, sponsored by Hoff Heating and AC.
The humidity is starting to creep back up on us on this Wednesday afternoon. Sunshine in control. 91 should do it for the high. Tonight, clear skies. The evening's okay. It is a little more humid, but for this time of year, it's okay. 74 for the overnight low. Thursday and Friday, partly sunny skies. We're going to call it hot and humid, though temperature-wise, it's nothing extreme. 93 each day, and each day could bring some spot thunderstorms. Not a lot of activity. They're kind of drifters, so they could produce some locally heavy rain from time to time, but that certainly is not for everybody. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
For dependable, no-pressure home comfort solutions, turn to Huff Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and family-operated for over 40 years. Our team will work with you on a plan that fits your home's needs with financing available. And as always, your family's comfort is our family's business. Learn more at huffheating.com.
Tomorrow night, it's City Soccer on KMOX. First up, Gen C's hosts a special soccer edition of Sports Open Line beginning at 6 from Energizer Park. Then, it's City SC facing Sporting KC. Pre-game 7:05, kick at 7:30. City Soccer on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX 234. Should have brought this up when Jen was on with this, but Wheels, have you seen the thing? And don't ask me details. I don't know if it's the FCC or ABC or whoever it is, but there's either a push or they are just doing this, that when women's sports are telecast, they're going to push for a desexualization of the female body. For example...
I mean, during commercials and such?
No.
Okay.
No, during the games.
I have seen this.
I'm not.
Tell us about it.
So they've released these guidelines basically showing you the kind of sports photos that are appropriate versus inappropriate when publishing different photos from women's sporting events. And they're using like the pole vault as an example. You know, if it's like a super close-up photo of this woman's body going over the
leg spread, right?
Right, that's inappropriate. Here's a better one. Oh, if it's a shot and her rear end is prominently featured, like this is inappropriate. Here's a better looking photo. I find this really interesting because it does feel like it would maybe rob you of some really good photo opportunities because you're like, oh, I can see too much or she looks too good. For example, the photo of it's like, oh, it's maybe from down below and the female athlete is standing and, you know, she's really not wearing pants. That's part of the uniform is like you're basically wearing like a bikini cut underwear type thing. You are seeing a lot if it's from far away and it's from down below. If she's looking out over the crowd, that's a great photo. It also happens to be maybe a bit over-sexualized in some people's mind.
Mm-hmm.
To me, an easier fix would be for women to just wear more wear shorts.
Fix the uniforms.
Why is it that... I'm sorry, Maria. Let's see. Okay, so we have some traffic news for you guys. Northbound 270 by 40 is closed. Southbound 270 is open, but only the two right lanes are getting by. So please keep that in mind if you're out traveling. Northbound 270 by 40 is closed.
You know, Maria could be making that up.
Just disrupt the conversation.
I think she just loves to be in the studio.
So, to me, the easier fix seems to be, okay, if you think that these women are being sexualized because of the angle of the photo, why is it that men wear shorts and women wear underwear in these type of events? People make the case of like, well, that's peak performance. Like she doesn't have the extra fabric in her way. So then are men impeding their performance by wearing more clothes?
By wearing shorts?
Yeah.
I've never seen a man run slower because he's wearing shorts instead of tights. This is a big debate in the sports world and I think it's a fair one. Like, why are the uniforms for volleyball different for men and women? Why are they different in track? I mean,
yeah,
you would think if men can be the fastest in the world wearing regular old track shorts, but I've also seen some pushback from the female athletes saying we prefer this.
I'm totally with you, Wheels. I've read the same thing. It's like, no, if I'm allowed to wear a bikini while playing volleyball, I choose the bikini.
Right.
So then we get into this weird murky territory of like, well, if you take a photo of this athlete, it's inappropriate. But
Rich,
I'm just having a hard time sorting it out.
Is there any part of you as a female athlete
that's very, very generous
that says, hey, mind your own business. You don't need to police this for us. We're professionals. we're in control of our bodies. Like I kind of expected that response from a lot of women.
Well, there were some athletes, apparently female athletes, that were part of the conversation, like giving them feedback on photos, like maybe not that one.
Because I could see if it's like a close up and it's like it's just of her butt.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, I see why a lot of men and a lot of women who like women are going to be into that photo. Is there value to that photo? Is it telling a story for the sport?
I think that's the question, right?
Yeah, that's what you have to ask yourself.
Right.
Is it adding to the narrative? Is it adding to the story?
Or is it just
adding
an eye catcher?
context? Right.
Right.
And anytime we're discussing women's bodies, it gets murky because just because someone looks good doesn't mean it should be like a sexualized thing. That being said, there are people who are going to take any opportunity they can to sexualize someone. I think it seems like almost an impossible thing to police and legislate. I think the question definitely comes down to what Wheels and I just said. Does it add to the story or is it gratuitous?
Right.
There are definitely gratuitous photos out there, and they're taking advantage of the fact that the woman is not wearing like as much clothing as a man would be wearing. If it's not adding to the story, there's no reason to publish it other than you're just being salacious and you're wanting to get those views and those clicks.
Okay, good discussion. Can we play cut number 1, Rach? This is I guess he's an OG sports broadcaster guy. I'd never heard of him. But
I know Greg Cody. I know
Wheeler
who he is.
knew him immediately.
Yeah.
But this was his going to be an unpopular take in St. Louis of the Home Run Derby.
I don't want to be the guy who throws a wet towel on everything. It was an exciting finish to the Home Run Derby, but I'm sorry, it's not a great Home Run Derby field when the Home Run Derby champion before this season had never hit more than 16 home runs in a season. This is not a slugger. Nobody on earth, including Cardinals fans, think of Jordan Walker as a classic
You are
home
being
run
a wet
slugger.
blanket for no good reason.
Baseball fans know Jordan Walker.
Yeah.
He's been one of the Cardinals prospects for many years.
Okay, he had 16 home runs as a rookie, and after that, this season he's got 22. This is his first year.
He beat Schwarber. Schwarber's a bomb hitter.
I know. I'm thinking back to the days when a home run derby would have 8 or 10 true home run hitters.
Yeah, but 22 home runs at the break is really good.
It is, and prior to this season, he'd hit no more than 16 in a whole season. I don't think anybody thinks of Jordan Walker as a classic home run slugger, and so why is he invited to a home run?
Yeah, it's just a stupid take. It's a stupid take from a guy in his 70s who just doesn't pay attention to baseball. That's what it is. I mean, Greg Cody's been around a long time. Like I said, he's in his 70s. He's been down in Miami, worked at the Miami Herald for a long time as a columnist. He was down there when I was in college. Now, obviously, he was, early 40s at that time instead of early 70s, or maybe even late 30s. But, I mean, he's been around a long time. He just doesn't watch baseball. If you don't think of Jordan Walker as a power hitter, you just don't watch. That's what he's been known for since he was drafted. It's his entire – I mean, that's exactly why he was a first-round draft pick. It's why he was a top 5 prospect in baseball. It's why the Cardinals stuck with him. And he's in the home run derby because he's hitting a lot of home runs. Nothing screams power hitter more than that. And also, when you look at a guy that's 6'6", 260 pounds and hits the ball 500 feet, what would you call that if not a power hitter? What he should have been saying if he had a criticism is he's not a big name, so it's not a big, sexy story. But I think it's the opposite. I think the fact that he's a breakthrough star is the better story.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm just looking more at the photo guidance story here. And Wheels is correct. There were many female athletes who were like, we've just been in many scenarios where we felt there was disrespect in the way, like, there's a slow motion replay that doesn't actually
for an
add
inconsequential play or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is the kind of thing that should disgust everyone.
Yeah, I guess I don't consume enough of that because I didn't know that was a thing.
It's probably more. It's more of a thing in certain sports. Like it's not going to be a WNBA thing because they're wearing a normal basketball uniform. It just looks like what the men look like when they're wearing it. It's more of an Olympic sports thing. It's more of the beach volleyball. It's track and field. It's things like that.
Yeah. A woman just became the first doctor that was born both deaf and blind.
What? What kind of doctor? Like medical or PhD? I mean, I'm not saying there's a bad difference because it's wow.
She's an MD.
That's insane.
She's going to go into geriatrics.
That is such an achievement.
Yeah, good for her.
God almighty.
Pretty amazing. An ant biology expert. How'd you like to be that?
A-N-T, right?
Says that when you see an ant inside your home, you shouldn't squish it. When you squish an ant, it releases a distress signal that calls more ants to rush over to remove the body.
Oh. What do you do about them?
Says the best thing you can do is set it outside.
And then squish it.
Well, they can be free outside. Just stay out of my house.
Man, I remember when I was a little kid, like destroying an anthill and then being like, what have I done? Like it dawned on me. I'm like, there are hundreds of ants. This was their home. What did you do?
One of my earliest memories is I was about 3 years old, and my mom was hanging the laundry on the clothesline, and I was on my trike. I can still see it, and there's a crack in the sidewalk, and there's a big anthill, and I was running over the anthill, and the ants attacked me, like for real attacked me, and I started screaming. And my mom came and picked me up and took me in and put me in a bathtub full of water to get the ants off.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the animal psychic?
Oh,
that we
boy,
had on?
do I. Yes. A few years ago, we had an animal psychic, and she was one of the worst guests we've ever had. And it was just all bull crap, and it's just going nowhere. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, how did you figure out that you could communicate with animals? And she goes, well, I was at home, and I saw a bunch of ants on my island in my kitchen, so I started spraying them and killing them, and one of the ants came running to the forefront and stood on its hind legs and raised its arm and said, massacre!
Stop the massacre.
Stop the massacre!
Stop the massacre.
Okay.
She turned into a good guest.
Are you guys a when you got bugs in your house, are you a catch and release or a smash?
Smash. You're dead. Sorry, you're dead.
I don't know that I've ever caught and released.
Oh, I'm a catch and release unless it's a biter, and then you might get squished.
You can live in my house if I don't have to see you, but if you show yourself to me, you will be being killed.
Like, what have you removed in the past?
Spiders, I just catch them and put them outside.
Oh, of course you do, because you're not afraid of anything.
But they're good for the outside. They kill the mosquitoes. They eat those things. I want that. I want you to do your job, man. Bugs have a job. Let them do their job as long as they're not inside the house.
They're just trying to work.
But if they're stingy, they might get. If you're stingy, you might get smoked because I can't trust you.
I would rather deal with stingy than spider bitey.
Oh, spiders are fine. They're easy to catch. They don't fly.
What if there was a tarantula?
Catch and release.
Only one of us here has been bitten by multiple brown recluses and was sick for 2 months.
It's the truth.
That's clear.
Yeah, but if you see them, that's probably not going to happen, right? That's when you don't see them when it's going to be a problem.
I'm pretty sure people have been bitten by spiders they saw.
Yeah, well, it's kind of your fault.
The
Use
spider's
your
like,
error, man. Use a cup, catch them.
It's like a T-Rex. Don't move, and I can't see you.
I just had a thing in the show prep last week that the fastest spider on Earth has been clocked going 8 miles an hour, which is way faster than most people walk.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the huntsman.
Yeah.
Which is
they're huge.
Big, giant, dinner platter size one from Australia.
But I don't think they harm humans. They're not dangerous to humans, I should say. I mean, I'm sure they'd bite you, but they're not dangerous. They're not venomous
Would they
to
crawl
you.
up your leg?
I mean, they might eat your leg. They're huge if you've never seen them. Like they're bird-eating spiders. That's what they're called because they catch birds and eat them.
What if you look like a bird?
Huh? Well, then probably cover up.
Or what if a part of you looks like a bird? I'm just asking for a friend.
What if you have a large nose that
What if
has
you have
been
bird
compared
legs?
to a beak?
What if you have bird legs? Well, they might get you.
Tell you guys about Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage. Anytime is a good time to reach out to Stewie. If you're thinking about doing a refinancing or a debt consolidation, or you're buying a new home, you need a new 30-year mortgage, he's the best. He's great at what he does. He is completely there for his customers. I've been to his office, and it's just very, very homey and very just friendly for everyone. He has the bagel loan, the only person in the St. Louis Metro who does this. It's called the bagel loan because a bagel looks like a zero and you pay zero fees. Stewie pays all those fees for you, so automatically automatically you're going to be in a much better financial position. My friend Ed, who I've been talking about, heard about him on the show, reached out and is doing a loan with him. He was getting screwed in another loan, so happy about that. For a period of time, he did this during June. He's extended it through July. If you take out a new 30-year mortgage, you're going to pay 1% less on your loan for the first year than you normally would, and that is because Stewie and other mortgage people think that the rates are likely to go down between 12 and 18 months from now. Kind of gets you through that, and if the rates do go down even lower than what you're paying, you can just do another refinancing. Here's his cell phone, 314-324-4440. Google the Bagel Loan, NMLS 226715.
It's 2:48. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Teachers, healthcare workers, first responders, and military, this one's for you. Scott Credit Union's Community Heroes program offers special financing on homes, autos, and more. It's our way of saying thanks. Visit scu.org today. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 415767. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's take a break.
Good idea.
Hey, Tom, what are you doing on that Amendment 4?
You know we fought for our freedom and rights. I'm not giving them away without a fight.
4 takes them?
That's exactly what 4 does. For over 100 years, Missouri voters have used our constitutional power to act when the politicians refused. I'll be darned if I'm voting to pass on less freedom and power to my kids.
And doesn't 4 kill majority rule?
Yep, creates minority rule, where just 5% of statewide voters in one district can block any citizen-led reform, making it nearly impossible to pass citizen-led ballot measures.
That's just dumb.
And when the politicians refuse to act, we've used citizen-led ballot measures to pass some big stuff, like lobbyist reforms, term limits for career politicians, and outlawing tax hikes without voter approval.
I'm not surrendering my power and rights to a bunch of politicians and lobbyists. I'm no on Amendment 4.
Hard no on 4.
Pay 4 buttons or inch prepare governance.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 252. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Janelle's coming up next. We'll talk about movies, entertainment, and such.
The Odyssey is this weekend.
Yeah.
It's getting great reviews.
And you have tickets, right?
I got tickets for Sunday. I'm going.
Nice.
Looking forward to it.
I know you guys don't care. Zendaya during this press tour looks better than any human has ever looked.
See,
all of her red carpet
a
looks, I'm like,
Zendaya
that
guy.
is the prettiest girl in the world. I'll show you the pictures. You'll change your mind. She looks ethereal.
Maybe
she looks
that's
like
what
a
it
goddess.
is. I don't like ethereal-looking people. So,
is it the feathery dress?
The feathery dress looks great. She
looks like a character from like the Lord of the Rings.
She has like a Greek goddess dress. She has one with her hair in a loose braid. Her makeup is so good. She looks amazing.
She's married to Tom Holland, right?
Yes.
She is.
Are they married or are they just like a thing?
They're married.
Okay.
Yeah, they got married and didn't have it in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, what do you know?
Crazy.
So nobody
They were
really
just
knows.
normal?
Yeah, no one really
Oh,
knows exactly what
Good
happened.
for them. They didn't do the look at us. Well, I mean, they do anyway, but.
Vic says, I bet Janelle agrees with Wheeler about the creepy mom. Vic, they agree on everything.
Not everything.
Oh, my God, when these two are together.
She hates that I don't have whimsy. She's mad at me about that, which I deserve. But yeah, I mean, we're a similar personality type. Yeah, there's no question about that.
I'm going to try to find the video that Andrew sent us.
Yeah, Chuck Schumer farted.
He farted
Really
so
loud. And I was being mean, and I'm like, okay, is that not a sign that we have people representing us that are just too old for the
you
job?
should be
Because
able to
like,
control your
if you're
farts.
in your 50s, you don't just accidentally fart in public.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I feel like we've maybe all had a fart that we couldn't control, but then you acknowledge it.
Like,
you go like, oh, sorry. He is just
You
so
turn up
used
the
to
music.
doing it.
That's the strangest sound ever.
This is just a part of his everyday life now that let's listen in.
Okay.
Oh! Somebody step on a duck.
And he just keeps going because it's like daily life.
That's impressive.
Okay, one more time. We can listen to it one more time.
How? You know he's got two little coconut buns. How do you make?
Where's that coming
How do you
from?
get that much bass?
Okay, one more time. There's not even a flicker of recognition on his face. This man is farting 24/7.
I mean, dude.
You hope it's a fart.
If you can't hold it in, you probably don't need to be doing this job anymore.
That could have been a moon pie.
I mean, dude, that's like straight up whoopee cushion sound.
Yeah, that's like a stock image or like a stock sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the Odyssey
It's like,
library we can use
it's like
for
those
imaging.
pranksters that go around with stores and their little fart squeezer.
I used to have 10 different fart sounds on my sound machine.
Yeah.
And if you would have put that one in, I'd have never used it because it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's not a fart.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too fart-like.
I mean, again, we all do it,
right.
but we don't all do it on a hot mic.
And if we did, we'd go, oh, pardon me.
Yeah, be like, oh, sorry about that.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So I'm kind of a weird guy, as you know. When I go places I haven't been, even fun places like a new restaurant or back in the days when I used to travel and, go to resorts and things like that, I always wanted the most information I could get. And if you're like that, let me tell you, rather than being hyperbolic about Mike and Michael's flooring, been with me for 24 years, here's what it's like. So 3 locations, and they couldn't be more flooring stores. They're not huge. They're not small. They're not opulent. They're not threadbare. They're flooring stores. They look exactly like flooring stores. You go in. There'll be more people working than are there probably because they're well staffed. Hi, how are you? Anything I can help you with? I would lead with, I heard about you on the DGS because for a quarter century now, most of their leads have come from this show. So they're going to roll out the red carpet, no pun, but they're not going to bother you. They're not going to chase you. They're not going to follow you. But when it comes time to say, you know what, I'm interested in this. I'm interested in the middle of the road, Coronet, Berber, XYZ. They'll give you their actual opinion, which another thing I love. I love going to a restaurant. Hey, hey, what's good on the menu tonight? Chef really likes the halibut. So to me, it's the best way to shop. No one's going to hover, but no one's going to ignore. You can find the closest of the 3 locations to you by going to michaelsflooringoutlet.com.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
They say good things come to those who wait, unless you bite into a Hot Pocket right out of the microwave. Waiting to see a financial advisor about retirement could also bring some pain. The pain of watching your money evaporate in a stock market decline. The pain of trying to figure out Social Security and Medicare on your own. Or the pain of writing huge checks to the IRS that you really didn't have to. At the All Financial Group, they believe the more you know, the better decisions they can make. They offer a complimentary retirement assessment. Find out where you are, how you're doing, and if there's a way to improve your retirement outcome. Don't wait. Call the All Financial Group today, 636-230-8824, or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com and set up your complimentary retirement review.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got clouds and 91 degrees downtown at the Arch. East St. Louis and Illinois responding after a 15 and 16-year-old have been charged with committing a mass shooting.
Unspeakable acts of violence, of evil.
This was tragic for both families.
Reaction from the community after 7 were shot, 5 fatally, in a familial mass shooting over the weekend across East St. Louis. Many local leaders stressed the need to offer help and guidance for the youths in their region in order to stem further violence. With that in mind, I asked if retaliation was a concern. The Illinois State Police simply said they're focused on keeping people safe. East St. Louis Councilman Lavando Pulley made this plea to local nonprofits and churches.
Reinvent those youth programs, get into these youth minds. If they're unguided, they're misguided.
Sean Malone, KMOX News.
In an effort to curb straw gun sales, the ATF, law enforcement, and U.S. attorneys are launching the campaign, Don't Lie for the Other Guy.
People are criminally responsible for lying on ATF forms in order to get weapons in the hands of people that couldn't fill out the forms themselves.
U.S. Attorney Tom Alba says the straw buyers may not be involved in criminal activity,
but might from time to time in their lives be approached by people saying, hey, can you help me obtain this firearm, to understand that if you do that, you've gotten yourself into the soup just as if you were being involved in an illegal possession of a firearm or a violent offense.
KMOX asked about the unscrupulous gun owners. ATF Special Agent Butch Hansen.
A lot of it goes back to education, and we try to educate them so they understand what's going on. If they've been educated, they know the laws, then, we conduct criminal investigations if there's relevant information to justify one.
Maria Kina, KMOX News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The U.S. military has begun a second wave of airstrikes today against Iranian targets. Iran also starting to fire at U.S. facilities, it says, in the region. ABC's Karen Travers says President Trump is also ramping up the rhetoric.
We heard from the president in an interview that he did with Fox News. A president, again, putting that threat on the table to go after infrastructure in Iran, saying if Iran does not make a deal, he could potentially target bridges and power plants in that country. It's a threat we've heard from him in the past. He has said this repeatedly. repeatedly, but notable that this comes as the United States has, of course, escalated the strikes against Iran over the past week.
Smoke from more than 800 wildfires burning in Canada, drifting into the U.S., leading to widespread air quality alerts, and an orange haze settling over parts of Michigan, Niagara Falls, and New York. In the Southwest, torrential rain is the concern. In parts of central Texas, residents are bracing for life-threatening flash flooding once again. This is ABC News.
Let's get an update now. The St. Louis Business Index. We take you to Stiefel and Scott Bedell. Scott.
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. Another promising inflation report, this time on the wholesale level, helped to propel stock prices higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed higher by 150 points, or just about 0.3% to 52,658. The S&P 500 gained 0.4%, closing at 7,572, while NASDAQ advanced 0.6%, finishing at 26,269. Locally, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index moved modestly to the upside by 0.5 point at 1,696. A look at some leading St. Louis stocks. Anheuser-Busch up 0.7% at $79.91. Stiefel Financial added 3% at 78.75. Energizer gained 1.33% to finish at $20.69. On the downside, Bayer Corporation fell 2.5% at $13.63, while Belden Corporation lost a little bit more than 3%. They finish at $101.53. For KMOX, this has been Scott Bedell from Stiefel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, please visit our website at stiefel.com.
Looking at the camera, there is a huge backup on 270 going southbound, approaching 6440. The crash is on 270 at 64. We've got a backup there. We've also got the traffic being diverted off onto 6440. If you're in the area of 270, really either direction, but especially going toward Highway 40, going southbound on 270, best to avoid that area.
Starting to feel a little more like summer this afternoon, but no real complaints. Sunny skies, a little more humid, kind of a slow increase in the humidity, 91 for the high. It is St. Swithin's Day. Tonight, clear skies, an okay evening for summertime, 74 degrees. Thursday, partly sunny. Let's call it hot and humid, though it's certainly not extreme. But there could be some spot thunderstorms around on Thursday, some heavy rainmakers, but spot's the key word. 93. Thursday night, partly cloudy, 75. Friday, that same kind of pattern, partly sunny, somewhat hot and humid, and some spot thunderstorms around on Friday, 93. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Chesterfield Fence and Deck, your premier provider of fences, decks, patios, sunrooms, and more. Call them for a free estimate today. Now offering 48 months interest-free financing on your next outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, chesterfieldfence.com. It's a cloudy sky, 91 downtown at the Arch. And taking a look at that traffic map, it is northbound 270 approaching 64 where the crash is. It's backed up to Manchester, but it's northbound approaching 64 on 270. Northbound mainly affected. Southbound is now open. They're diverting traffic off onto 6440. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX. Happy Wednesday. A few minutes past 3 p.m. Scotty Warman's going to join us in the 4 o'clock hour. Janelle is here to talk about entertainment and movies and such. What's your opinion on the mother massaging? Did you hear this segment?
Oh, I did hear that. Again, it's hard to know with, like, is this, you're getting one point of view, right? You're just getting the wife's point of view. So it isn't like we're getting him saying, well, this is how it is. And I think it's there. There's always this thing that's online about boy moms and about how weird they are, and like they're getting weirder or like more territorial. And so if it's one of those, again, without knowing the full story, if she's like doing this because this is her like last grip physically and emotionally on him, then that's weird. I mean, like it's time to let it go. If it's just like she does it because that's also her only way to connect to him still, then, you know, maybe you need to allow that if it's not in a creepy way, like there's no moaning or anything going on.
That's what I was saying. Like, if he's moaning, then it's weird.
Well, the woman who emailed me said they're both really into it.
Yeah, I mean, like, if he's, like, laying down, he's shirtless and there's oils, you're like, well, maybe we need to stop. This needs to come to an end real
Honey,
quick.
dim the lights. My mom's going to get the oil out.
Like, if
Honey,
there's a
we're
whole
out of lotion.
If there's a whole setup and, yeah, I don't
think it has to go that kind of weird to just be weird, because
No,
it feels like a control play. Like, this is my guy.
But that's what I said.
Yeah.
If she's doing it because, like, you know, is she doing it because she knows it irritates the wife? Is she doing it because she's like, again, this is her last connection with her child, and she's just trying to hold on to it as long as who knows? Like I said, without getting a full story, it's just. But again, I agree with Kevin. Is like, if she has stated her saying like, this makes me uncomfortable, can we put an end to this? And he won't. Then there's a problem.
Yeah. Do you want to hear Chuck Schumer mess his pants?
Oh, I don't have that at the. Hold on.
Oh, for the love of God, Rachel.
Here's what it sounded like.
You've been on the show for 10 years.
Does it sound like a fart?
Yeah, a big one.
It does. It's a great
sounds like
fart.
a
Hold
whale
on.
fart.
I mean, it's.
Oh.
Let me let this ad play.
What's it an ad for?
It's for junk removal. 1-800-JUNK.
Whoa.
I think that's the first note to I Love a Parade.
Here, because the stream was complaining about not hearing it earlier. Here it is again.
Now on Iran and the NDAA.
I think this is what we're getting with people of this age
Yeah,
being in office.
Yeah, thank you.
As a broadcaster,
It's a sign.
Let
Yeah,
me,
it
let-
is.
let me-
Time to retire.
Let me say this: as someone who has made their living talking into a microphone for 26 years, the microphone is pretty far from your butt.
And from him, too. Yeah, that
Right.
had to be huge.
Yes.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I see the mic. It's clipped onto like the bottom
pants?
of his lapel. No, not onto his
He's
pants.
got a mic on his butt.
It's on the whole other side of his body.
Yeah. If it's registering that loud from that
Yeah.
distance on a directional mic, you're ripping.
Yeah, I think that's where like you forced resignation. I think that's just like that's the sign. That's the age. Like, okay, are you doing this in public? On that's
the proof of life Mitch McConnell should have sent. Just
Yeah.
a big old beefer.
true. I mean, at least like his constituents would have recognized it as a sign of life for that age. So yeah, sure.
Oh gosh,
man.
So you didn't see Odyssey yet, right?
I have seen the
Oh,
Odyssey.
you did?
Yeah, so I was like, well, we want to do Chuck Schumer farts all day.
Oh,
and
man.
skip over the biggest movie this summer.
No, talk to me.
So the reviews are great.
The movie is great.
Awesome.
And the thing is, instantly what's going to happen is, like, rarely am I like, this movie was amazing. And then the minute you do that, everybody goes out, sees it, comes back and goes, it was okay. And
Yeah.
you're just like, oh my God, you just can't win. It's not just an okay movie. It is better than okay. It is a fantastic, incredibly made epic movie. And I don't mean epic as in incredible. I mean an epic style type movie where it spans years and locations and just the scope of the story. It's an amazing film. It's a fantastic adaptation of Homer's The Odyssey.
Is it comparable to anything that we would have seen?
Is it in the vein of like the Braveheart kind of?
I think
I'm not saying better or worse, but that kind of movie.
Sure. Yeah, because like Gladiator would be
Right.
considered a spectacle. I mean, like
Right.
when you you hate to be like, yeah, it's like to me, it's up there with like the Ten Commandments and like Cleopatra. It is that kind of like epic type of film where you're like, and it could be just because of the type of story it is. in his journey. But man, I'm not a huge Matt Damon fan because I felt like he started to be the same kind of guy frequently in his movies, and he's incredible. He's just incredible in this movie. His physical transformation is I don't know how old he is, but his body was crazy in that movie. Everybody is just at the top of their game in this movie.
Okay, so I was going to make a joke of like, does he have the Boston accent in the Odyssey? But
Did he say to the Giants, "How you like them apples?"
Like, this Odyssey is wicked had.
Yeah.
But no,
You like
I know
apples?
that was a thing when the trailer came out, like the use of the word dad and things like that. Does that happen often? Is it distracting at all?
It's I don't want to be like it's dumbed down language, but it's not old English, like spoken language. Everybody is spoken. Nobody. I can't think of anybody that has even a British accent, and even though there's a ton of British actors in it, it's very plainly spoken.
He said he did that on purpose.
Yeah,
He's like, I want this to just be,
I just
sound
want
like
it
it.
right. I just want it to be a universal, I don't want it to, because it is an adaptation of his story, and I think he's trying to make sure that it's the story itself. If you've ever read the Odyssey, when you see the parts and the people that are being dealt with and the gods in these certain, you know what to expect. He delivers on that, but it's so you're not. I can understand wanting to stay away from trying to make it kind of like a stiff British documentary type of thing where it's like, let's have this loose and flowing and lets you remind you that this is a movie about a magical time and magical people and gods and things that, and sea monsters and sirens, that this is not, don't get tied down in the British accent can bring a point of like gravity to a situation that maybe like this movie, and I'm not saying that it isn't a deep movie and serious, but I think making it, if you would have had a whole bunch of people speaking in different British accents, because they are all different from different places, then you have Matt Damon, who's American, and maybe even trying to make him struggle to do a British accent would have been terrible. Like, just have everybody that can carry off an American accent do it. You're not distracted about, it doesn't like Kevin Costner, who has a British accent through, like Robin Hood through some of the movie and then doesn't through other parts. It's incredible. And the fact that that he doesn't do a lot of CGI and there's a lot of practical effects. There are some scenes in this movie where I'm like, there were actors on the set that said, I don't even know how he did this. There's a part of the story, if anybody's familiar with it, I'm not going to spoil anything, that deals with Cersei and their Odysseus and his crew at Cersei's place and what she does to them. And it's incredible. It invokes body horror. It's I believe, one of his most violent films. Not to say that it's horribly graphic, but it is certainly more violent than anything I've ever seen out of him. But it's incredible. It's told in a non-linear fashion. You still are able to understand what's going on through everything. But
is it a sweep the Oscars kind of thing?
I always hate to predict that, but I can't see how it.
At least for like cinematography and stuff like that?
Oh,
has to be,
score,
right?
I mean, Ludwig's going to get something for the score, cinematography, editing, director, best picture, tons of supporting. If Matt Damon can do it for best actor, it wouldn't surprise me. But like now that you can have multiple people, or like they've done something now with the Oscars where like Robert Pattinson's in like 400 movies this year. He could be nominated for each one of those roles and just sweep that entire category. So yeah, I think it is. It's 3 hours, and I didn't check my phone at all. I was glued the entire, like, never once was I bored. It was just I thought it was great. I thought finally we finally got our summer blockbuster of the year.
Great.
I think it should do about $1 billion.
Any of the actors surprise you? Like, wow, they really pulled that off.
Samantha, I think her name's Samantha Morton. Ooh, I can't think of her last name. I want to say it's Samantha Morton.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
She does a great job as Cersei. She's incredible. Like I said, Matt Damon, I was surprised by him because normally I'm expecting a type of person to come out of Matt Damon, and he delivered. Anne Hathaway's always great. I think the hubbub over Lupita is crazy because her character, even though she's playing two characters in that movie, she's playing Clemenstra. I can't say that name, but also then Helen of Troy. She's in it for maybe 5 minutes total of film. Like it's John Bernthal's fantastic.
And Elliot Page is not Achilles.
No, he is Sinan. Like one of the, if anybody knows the story, there was a Greek or an Ithacan soldier that was left behind to trick those of Troy to get the horse into the walls. And so they didn't even tell that soldier what the trick was. And so that's who he plays. Yeah, it was great. Robert Pattinson's fantastic. You just kind of really want him dead by the end, which I think is great. Anytime you can do that.
I'm going to guess absolutely see it in the theater.
Absolutely see it in the theater. It's
Sunday.
That I will say that even though if let's say you can't, I would even say when it hits streaming, it'll be one of those movies that anytime it's on, I'll click it on. No matter where it's on in the movie, it'll be like, yeah, let's put this on. Let's just see it. But definitely go see. Try to see it in IMAX if you can. He shot it for IMAX specifically. Try to see it at Ronnie's at the IMAX theater or one closest to you. But yeah, that's definitely a big screen movie. You want to be swept away by what he does.
Awesome. Love it. Tell you guys about First Missouri Credit Union. Steve EO over there. He is a great dude. I keep telling you guys this. I saw something a couple weeks ago that said banks are for business and credit unions are for people. And I have a bank, been with the same bank for over 30 years. I'm not going to get rid of them. You know, they serve a purpose. But credit unions really are so much more consumer friendly. One, they do things that banks don't do. They actually want your business for a vehicle loan. I think banks charge so much that they just seem to kind of be trying to dissuade us. But you can also do a loan refinancing. I didn't know about that, but you can do that as well. They'll make it really easy for you. If you are putting money in the bank for saving and investment, they pay the highest rate. They pay 4.27% on your checking account up to $100,000. There are 2 locations down on Lee May Ferry, and I don't want that to get in your head because I don't live near Lee May Ferry, but I like going down there because they're my clients. But I have a credit union about a half mile from my house, one about a block from where I'm sitting right now, where I can walk in and say, hey, I'm Dave, and I'm with First Missouri. And they're like, great, what do you want to do? And you do all your business there. 314-544-5050, the number 1, stmocu.org.
For years, Gone South has been a podcast about crime in the American South. But for our new season, we're widening the lens. Through deeply reported, narrative-driven stories, we're digging into the myths, scandals, and power structures that still shape the South, and, in a lot of ways, the country itself. Follow and listen to Gone South Season 5, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Here's reason 17. In today's new world, many law firms have had money injected into their firms by Wall Street, private equity, and other lenders. This money usually comes in at very, very high interest rates. It's one of the reasons you see so many lawyers advertising. I'm John Morgan. This money is expensive and the interest compounds quickly. These law firms can have a huge need for cash just to pay that debt. Why does it matter to you? My fear is your case is settled early and for far less than it's worth, just to service the loan that has mafia-like rates. Our financial strength is your advantage. That plus our reputation makes our firm your firm. Visit forthepeople.com to see our results and verdicts. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
100 years of service and still at your service. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX. Dave Murray is joining us today. He has been out the last couple of days because they lost their awesome dog, Rain. So we'll see how Dave and Janice and Snowflake are doing and do the weather and such. Janelle's here. She absolutely loved the Odyssey. It opens this weekend. Wheeler's going on Sunday. So, yeah, I have to see it in the IMAX. So.
Yeah. It's a good move.
I'm from South Roxanne. I didn't read the Iliad and the Odyssey, but there were movies like what was it, Sinbad and
Jason and the Argonauts.
Jason and the Argonauts.
Yeah.
So that was like mother's milk.
There's
Clash of the Titans.
Right. There's a scene in the cave where you get that really Jason of the Argonauts kind of feel, and it's not in a terrible way. Like, oh, this looks. He really kind of pays homage to those types of movies when they're being done. So yeah, it's just good stuff. It's a fun time to enjoy movies. Like this is a movie, like we were talking off air. This is the type of movie where you should just go and turn your brain off and enjoy what's being put in. Like he is one of, I know Andrew was telling me earlier, I don't out Andrew, but he hates Christopher Nolan films.
Wow, Andrew, jump in. I didn't know this about you.
I thought Andrew liked Christopher Nolan.
No, he does not.
I'm not really a fan.
Interesting.
You're the one, huh?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of the movies are very good.
What about the Batmans?
The Batmans are fine.
Interstellar
is not a good movie.
Wow, Dave's gonna fight you right now.
Come on.
It's dreck. It's garbage.
Wow.
Why do you not like it?
Well,
he doesn't understand it.
Supremely too long. It's really boring. And then when he goes into the square world to see his own bookshelf, that's so stupid and out of left field. And then
But that's how it works. That's the way the universe works.
the only part I like is the little robot. And when he's trying to get the ship to go, he's like, "Come on, Charles!" That makes me laugh.
I think you just outed yourself. Yeah,
I like that one.
I think we got you.
I thought the idea of the planet where every minute is 50 years or whatever on Earth. I thought that was kind of neat, but then they went back and they were like, "But we lost 50 years," and you're like, "Yeah, you went on the 50 years planet. You knew it was gonna what are you crying about?"
I was listing a whole bunch of the movies. I was like, "Well, what about Memento?" And he's like, "Oh, that was." He's like, "No, yeah, I hated that movie." What about
I was like,
Prestige?
"Did he do Memento?" I didn't like it.
We're like, "What about Dunkirk? What about?"
Yeah, what'd you not like about Dunkirk?
I don't really like those kind of war movies that are this is what it was really like. It's shut up. You don't know any more than I do, Mr. Nolan. And then
there might be books.
Inception.
There might have been actual people there who
Inception
told the
is pretty.
stories.
Kevin, stop. And then And then Inception is really stupid.
He didn't see Oppenheimer.
Saving Private Ryan, that didn't happen. Tom Hanks made it up.
Saving Private Ryan's a beautiful movie.
I could not make it through the first scene of Inception.
Inception is dog water. It's bad.
I was like, why don't they? What's going on? So they're sleeping, but then they keep waking up and they're still sleep. I don't care. I just gave up like very quickly.
I was really
You stinking millennials.
I was really into Inception until about 3/4 the way through,
Yeah.
and similarly, I'm like, oh, it's a dream again.
Yeah,
it's like,
no,
I can't
that
keep
one was
track.
I would put that one in. It was an okay movie. It was not great. Because it has all of that, like literally anything could be a dream, and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
It was just great
That's
because
convenient.
out there he was like, is there anything that would make me want to see it if I, like, let's say there's somebody who doesn't like Christopher Nolan. Would I like
Well, no,
this
that's
movie?
not exactly what I said, because I told you I'm going to see it.
Oh, you're gonna
I'm
see it.
excited to see it. I think it looks great.
So,
but I was like, is it if you know, is it full of Christopher Nolanisms?
The reviews that you do with your partner, right?
Sure.
Can you just, if he's ever not available,
okay,
have the young man in?
I love to talk about
Christopher
movies.
Nolan show.
Did you see Oppenheimer?
No, he did not.
I didn't, and I will say Oppenheimer looks pretty good.
It is good.
It looks good to me too.
I don't have
But
the.
it didn't
I
really
don't
happen. He just made it up because
I don't have
told
the.
that
Kevin,
story.
again, stop. I don't have the. I don't have the interest to watch to give like 3 hours of my life to like a movie where they're in boardrooms going like, you know, but we want to blow them up. It's, I don't care. That doesn't interest me. The story itself is very interesting. I read some of Chris Wallace's book about you know, the impending, you know, nuclear war crimes, and I thought that was really interesting. But like, you know, I know the story. I don't ever feel like I need to give my life to 3 hours of my whole evening over to like a dry period piece about this.
A fascinating character. Like I didn't.
But we're gonna mukbang for hours.
I wasn't interested in this.
First of all, Kevin, you know more than anyone that you want to play video games instead of watching a movie. Like you're
both.
like
I
you
do
say,
both.
It's a Wonderful Life. It sucks.
I don't go. Yeah, it does. But I don't go like I can't see a movie because I don't have 3 hours anywhere. Of course I do.
No, it's not that I don't have it. It's that I don't want to spend it that way.
The reason I said Oppenheimer like that is because when it won the Oscar, that's how Al Pacino said it.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. I totally forgot.
See Oppenheimer.
An hour later, Rachel's like, so I feel like nobody really got what I was going for.
I can't say it normally anymore. I have to say it like Al Pacino.
What if Pacino had done the Schumer fart when he did that?
Oh God, probably did.
You know, they have to retake movies because he's farting.
Oh my God.
If anyone's farting, Pacino's farting.
Well, did you guys, I mean, speaking of the farts at Oppenheimer, you have all seen the video, right? Where you're right at the scene in the movie where the bomb explodes,
Yes.
and it's a quiet moment in the movie, and some guy in the theater rips.
Oh, that's why Kevin
And the
likes
whole
it.
crowd laughs, even though it's not supposed to be funny.
Wait, this happened?
It's somebody
Yes.
did it in a movie theater and recorded it,
Yes.
and it's funny as hell. I'm going to show it to you.
Man, I feel dumber after this.
Sorry.
You still want me to do this?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll tell you guys about Mike at Michael's Baths. Here's the sort of the info. He is a great dude. Obviously, works with his hands kind of guy. Craftsman. He was in construction for 30 years. 10 years ago, he had the bright idea, and it turned out to be very bright, that he was going to focus all of his energies on bathroom remodels. As I always give credit to Bath Fitter and 3-Day Kitchen and Bath, they plowed the ground for the last 10 years. Lots of national spots. Everyone now knows if you're going to remodel your bathroom, you don't have to go to a general contractor. There are businesses that'll do that. So what Mike did is he flanked them. Good old-fashioned American, corporations. He flanked them. He's better than them. He's more agile than them. He's more responsive than them. He's all local. He uses all made in the USA products. The other guys don't. And he does all of that superior work for 30 to 50% less than the aforementioned companies. 636-775-0800 or michaelsbaths.com.
Traffic from the michaelsflooringoutlet.com traffic center.
Well, drivers on northbound Highway 270 are running into a mess. It's all because of this accident that Michael told you about. It's northbound Highway 270, right at the end of the entrance ramps from 64 onto northbound Highway 270. So technically, it's just past the flyover ramps, blocking all lanes currently. They did have it down to one lane open, but they've got, looks like a a tow truck with a crane to get the car out of the way. So the end of the entrance ramp from 64 onto northbound Highway 270 is partially blocked there, as is the entire Highway 64, northbound Highway 270 and Highway 64. So what we're seeing is delays to Doherty Ferry. So that's backed up past Manchester and Clayton Road all the way down to Doherty Ferry. I'm seeing extra volume on Ballast north of Manchester Road, headed northbound, passing 270 and getting back on Highway 270 northbound at Ladue. So it's a long stop and go stretch on northbound Ballast if you're trying to get out of these delays on northbound 270. And as I said, the delays start at Doherty Ferry and extend up to this accident at 64, where all lanes are blocked. I'm Frank Ladd in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Chris Ranchi and Amy Marks Kors connect you with the people, places, and conversations that bring our community together.
And now you get to hear about poo-poo in a box from a firefighter.
No, come on.
The hammerhead worm. And you get to hear about car fires.
And sinkholes.
I love our newsroom. I think they're doing a great job.
From neighborhood happenings to local heroes, from everyday challenges to unforgettable stories. Chris and Amy, weekdays from 9 to noon on 104.1 FM KMOX.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck taxed, your property taxed, everything you buy taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty. If your retirement plan is mostly what if and a little fingers crossed, you deserve better answers than that. Check out Wealth and Wisdom Saturdays at 7 a.m. here on KMOX. I'm Gary Goldberg. Call 800-966-1690.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
This is the Let's Revitalize Our Neighborhoods commitment. This is the Roll Up Our Sleeves and Pitch In commitment. This is Busey, where our commitment to strengthen our communities is a top priority. Through energetic, engaged volunteers, through monetary support, community leadership, and advocacy. Because Busey is more than a bank that does well, we're a bank that does good. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth, since 1868. Member FDIC.
Tomorrow night, it's City Soccer on KMOX. First up, Gen C's hosts a special soccer edition of Sports Open Line beginning at 6 from Energizer Park. Then, it's City SC facing Sporting KC. Pre-game 7:05, kick at 7:30. City Soccer on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 337. Dave Murray returns. Dave, we love you. We're all there for you. How you doing?
Thank you. I know that. I'm crappy.
Yeah, it's it's really the worst.
The one who's really, no, we're all suffering, but Snowflake is having a real tough time with it.
Mm-hmm.
She is, but what she's doing is kind of normal.
Oh, good.
But she was there during the whole process. And
Yeah.
we used a company, did not go to the vet's office, which just isn't really done out here that much.
Huh.
And a company comes in, that's what they specialize in. It was fantastic. Rain, actually, we had a spot all picked out. And right before Rain got up and walked into my office, which is the garage, she's always like right behind me now, plopped herself down in front of the fan. Snowflake came around her and put her head on her backside.
Nice.
And that's the way they stayed.
That's cool.
The whole time.
Good
the
dog.
Whole time.
Sweet
Yeah.
girls.
How old is Snowflake now, Dave?
8. She's pushing 9.
Yeah.
September she'll be 9.
So
that's getting up there.
Yeah. Do you think, I know you always stagger your dogs, which I think is very smart. My bass player, Greg, did the same thing. Do you think you got another one in you? You're going to take some time?
I'll certainly take time, only because Snowflake right now, I've seen her with young dogs or puppies on our walks and stuff. And she's kind of at the age of a lab, is like, yeah, okay, you're cute.
Yeah.
You're kind of fun.
But leave me alone.
I've kind of had it. Just kind of leave me alone.
Yeah.
And so, it certainly wouldn't be anything quick. And I think if we go again, I'm getting up there. And so the age to have a dog now for another 10, 12, 13 years is, even though our son has said, hey, I'll take him.
Yeah.
When you can't do it anymore, I'll take him. But maybe get a 4 or 5 year old.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a
Kind of
foster.
thing.
Yeah, great idea.
Foster's
Yeah.
definitely on the list.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
But that's a ways off.
Well, if you and Janice stop falling and breaking your elbows, that'd be helpful.
That's true.
When we put Augie down, I don't know what the right term is. All of them sound bad.
Right.
But
Yeah.
when we went to
I
the
just say
vet-
crossing the bridge.
Yeah.
I've struggled with that too, and I've just decided.
Yeah,
cross
that
the bridge.
whole, we knew a couple days in advance, made the appointment, had a big party the night before. But that whole process was one of the most painful things we've ever been through, especially watching your kids. But it was also beautiful. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
That was probably the most bonded the Glovers have ever been.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a rough process. I've held all of the dogs that have crossed over, and it's a very rough process. But I get upset now. My oldest ones are 4 years old, and I'm just like, we've only got so much time left.
When Dave texted me that morning, and I told him, I'm like, I am crying, and I was bawling.
I almost started crying here. I was like, I don't want to, especially when he started talking about the other dog.
It's tough. It's really, really
it's
tough.
It's gut.
And I, thank you to all. I made a post, had a lot of pictures, really from start to finish with Rain, and the response has been unbelievable.
Yeah,
just unbelievable.
So-
And thank you for everybody who's listening.
It's like ranking your kids, but tell us a little bit about Rain.
Rain was Janice's nickname for Rain was the flying squirrel, because when she went to pick Rain up, and Rain was the last one of the litter.
Oh,
and even though female was the last one, and mainly because Rain was a little crazy. Rain was the flying squirrel, very active, and the lady we got her from said, I don't know if you want her. She's gonna be a lot of work. And Janice was, bring it on, just bring it on. And Rain was always like that. I mean, even in the last couple of months when she really slowed down, it was also flying squirrel, but also the iron pup.
Yeah.
I mean, you could throw anything at her, and it's like, no, I'm not done yet. Just not done yet.
Really sweet. Dave, we're heating up for the next few days, right?
Yeah, back to summer anyway. It's nothing extreme. You could kind of feel it taking place today, but tomorrow and Friday, partly sunny, warm to hot, humid, the humidity definitely back. And each afternoon, Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, Friday afternoon into Friday evening, some spot thunderstorms around. Certainly not for everybody. They're not severe, but they will be capable of some very heavy downpours of rain. They're slow movers. They're kind of drifters and some lightning around. So we have to kind of pay attention to it. That pattern kind of breaks as far as spotty thunderstorms over the weekend. The weekend's primarily sunny. I think it could be a touch less humid, but still humid, and 93 Saturday and again on Sunday. And we're talking, low to mid 90s, at least into Wednesday of next week.
Okay. And then we get a little break, right?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. That's a long way off.
See,
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't give a rat's right now.
I get you. I get you.
I'm not going long range right now.
Yeah. Rachel, want to do a couple of headlines?
Yeah, let's start with a story that Steve Moore sent us earlier today. United has a pitch to flyers who don't like the middle seat. You can pay more to make sure that it remains unoccupied. They're doing a select Economy Plus row on its upcoming Airbus A321 XLR jets, and that features an intentionally empty middle seat fitted with a shared tray table for the window and aisle passengers. So you do have to pay extra for this, but if you don't want to be rubbing elbows with someone during your flight, it's maybe a good deal for
especially a
premium
long
economy customers.
flight. Especially a long flight.
I've been really lucky. I don't fly that much because I hate it, but I've flown a lot in my life, especially when I was a lawyer. I don't have many memories of like unpleasant people next to me. I'm sure they do, but
Gen Z is breaking the ultimate taboo by posting their salaries online. Now, headlines like this are always funny because it makes it sound like every single member of Generation Z is doing this. But no, it's just becoming more normalized within that age group. It encourages people to be transparent about what they can and can't afford. And this is accomplished by sharing budgets, financial goals, or decisions to skip different expenses, and that's being shared on social media. And
Can't you do that just individually with a person that
I will
like
say-
actually talk to them?
The one interesting thing to me, if you're doing it on a larger scale, might be like maybe you are underpaid or you are lucky or whatever, where you're seeing like what people in a similar line of work you are making in other places.
Yeah.
Like it could be informative, but I agree. It's like, why don't you just talk to your friends?
I do think, though, from the social media standpoint, I think it can be valuable to post like, hey, you know what? I'm skipping the vacation this year because it's just not in the cards. Because so much of what young people see on social media is like, you need to be traveling as much as possible and flexing and showing people how great your life is, whether or not that's accurate. And so, kind of bringing it back down to earth every once in a while is a good idea, in my opinion.
But how much is that is going to be inflated?
Oh, that's a good question.
yeah.
Right. You don't know that you're getting honest. Yeah, right. You don't know that you're getting an honest presentation.
That's true. All right, let's just do one more story here. Pringles is getting into hot dog buns, and they're selling them in a can.
that may be my favorite sentence I've ever heard.
They're debuting.
Sounds great.
I mean, they got to be potato buns, right? Like that's
They're calling them pop dog buns, and they are potato based.
Nice.
They come in 3 of its snack flavors, either sour cream and onion, barbecue, or honey mustard. Flavored buns, and they're packaged in Pringles cans.
Oh man, this has to maybe a try. This may be
Well,
a try.
Yeah,
you can't-
absolutely.
Unfortunately, you cannot get them at the grocery store. However, they're free with the purchase of a 3-pack of Pringles via their website.
All right.
How many buns could you get in the can? Though?
Right.
Maybe
Just the
3 or
one.
4. Oh, is it one?
It's just
one
one
bun a
bun.
can?
Oh,
But it's
no.
free. You get it with the
Yeah,
3-pack.
that's true. If it's fair,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Now I'm mad at Pringles.
I know. I want to have enough at least to finish off the bag of hot dogs, right? Like you got a whole package, you got to have enough buns
Yeah.
to
You got to
cover
buy
that.
8 How about 8 times 24?
So, yeah,
24 cans of Pringles.
I guess we can do that.
Jeez. Thank you, Dave.
All right.
Good to have you
Thanks,
back,
guys.
man.
Thank you.
Tell you guys about Mark Cantor, attorney at law. My whole thing here is really just, and I don't use the word educate like you guys are stupid, but this is, waters I swam in. Went to law school, practiced law for 10 years, was with a defense firm at first, then I opened my own plaintiff's firm. So I know, I've seen the show. And I'm uncomfortable. Doesn't mean that the lawyers who advertise on television, it's a bunch of like AI slop and whatever, doesn't mean they're bad lawyers at all. It just means it has nothing to do with it. Don't conflate like, oh, that's entertaining. Look, he's flying, a helicopter. Check them out. If you think they're a good attorney, better than Mark Cantor, then by all means, use them, sign a contract. But I'm just telling you that buy the steak and not the sizzle. Mark Cantor is a true trial attorney. As I've told you guys, so many people out there will claim to be litigators when they're really not. To be a litigator, that needs to be primarily what you do. Prepare cases for jury trials, take them to trial, win, settle. He will never leave you hanging. He's never going to settle your case on the cheap on the courthouse steps. And I'm telling you again, sort of like that magician that told people how the tricks get done. That happens all the time because people are afraid to pick a jury, and so they settle your case and convince you it's good, and it's really not. If you have been injured and you think someone else may be responsible, 314-628-9999, CantorInjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, crews are making progress with this crash northbound on Highway 270, just past Highway 64. So that's the good news. However, the bad news is all lanes are still blocked there. The good news, a little more good news, they've got all the lanes back open on the ramp from 64 to northbound Highway 270. So some of those delays that had been forming on westbound Highway 64, ramping onto northbound 270, are dissipating just a little bit. However, those delays on northbound 270 are still there as all lanes are blocked at 64. But as you backed up to Doherty Ferry, I'm looking at a lot of extra volume on Ballas, north of Manchester Road, as folks avoid the backup and make their way up to Ladue. You've got backups on Ladue approaching Ballas too. All that extra volume, especially between looks like Clayton Road all the way up through Ladue on northbound Ballas, avoiding the closure on Highway 64. Extra volume on northbound 141 as well. I'm seeing that in pockets north of Manchester Road. Your normal volume out of the city, westbound on 64, passing Forest Park, a little busy. Southbound on 170, making your way south of the Galleria Parkway, headed towards 64. Reports of a crash eastbound Highway 70 approaching 370. This report is brought to you by i3 Broadband. With the kids at home for the summer, your house is a digital zoo of streaming and gaming. Switch to i3 Broadband and upgrade for your summer. Head over to i3broadband.com/radio today or call 866-806-5485 to upgrade, because life runs better on fiber, and i3 Broadband is here for you. I'm Frank Ladd on the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
As America celebrates its 250th anniversary, Steve Butts and everyone at Crawford Butts Insurance wish everyone a safe and joyful summer, proudly serving the community for generations. Happy 250th, America.
Ouch! Checked from behind. Man, that's gotta hurt. I'd hire Morgan & Morgan if I were them. What? Yeah, Dan, America's largest injury law firm. They serve up justice, ice, cold, law. Know what I mean? I guess. Their gloves come off when they fight for you. Okay. I'm talking a settlement slapshot. Shouldn't we be talking about the game? Yeah, Dan. Morgan & Morgan.
Proud partner of the St. Louis Blues. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You feel it every time you check out. Prices up, paychecks stretched, families squeezed. That's why Ann Wagner's fighting to get government off your back and out of your way. Wagner passed the largest tax cut in American history, expanded child tax credits, ended taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. And Wagner is working to lower costs so families keep more of their hard-earned money. But Ann Wagner knows delivering from Missouri means more than just protecting their wallets. It means protecting our streets as well. That's why Wagner fought to secure our border, deport dangerous illegal aliens, partner with law enforcement, and put predators behind bars and off our streets so our neighborhoods and communities stay safe. Because real effective leadership protects what matters most: your money, your family, your safety. Ann Wagner for Congress.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. You guys are not going to believe this, but Wheeler's mad.
Oh, I hate this guy so much. And I guarantee everybody listening agrees with me.
Hit it.
Zach Hampel needs to be banned from every major league stadium on the planet.
Preach. Tell them about the sample.
So if you don't know Zach Hampel, if you do, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're probably shaking your head yes, and he should also get his ass kicked too. This is a guy that, a grown-ass man, goes to ballparks all over the country wearing his glove, and he runs around the outfield. He doesn't stay in his seat. He doesn't wait for something near him. He runs around the whole outfield, jumping into other sections, pushing people out of the way to catch batting practice home runs in games, you name it. And then there's video of him from the All-Star game. I think it's the Home Run Derby, but it might have been the All-Star game. He's like taunting kids in his section that he got the ball and they didn't. And I'm like, I don't understand why he's allowed to be in a ballpark. He's not following the rules. You're not supposed to run around and knock people around and run from one section to another. Sit your ass in your seat. Stand if it's near you. Otherwise, be normal or go away.
Does he travel around?
But apparently one of the people here said he accidentally elbowed his kid in the face. If you elbow my kid in the face by accident, you're getting punched in the face.
Yes.
100% you're getting punched in the face.
I'm surprised with the amount of drunken brawls that have broken out at games before. Not saying that this is a regular occurrence, but the fact is they do, because there's a lot of beer being served, that somebody hasn't hit him and knocked him out cold. And it's unless they ban him, it is bound to happen. I mean, somebody is going to beat him up, and
How does he get the money to do this?
I don't know, but he's one of those weirdos. Like, this is his thing in life. He's got like 13,000 baseballs from games. So like, he's ill. There's something wrong with him. Ban him from being at these ballparks. If he wants to go do this at minor league stadiums, go for it. But they'll ban him eventually there too. Like, buying a ticket doesn't mean you get to be a jackass to everyone around you.
Yeah.
It's not about whether or not somebody else gets the souvenir. It's not about that. It's how you're acting in public and how you're treating the people around you.
Yep. Thanks, Janelle. Appreciate it. Tell you guys about Dr. Maupin at BioBalance. And like I always say, I say this all the time, that okay, let me tell you my story. So I knew Kathy and did lives for her for about 12, 15 years. Before I needed testosterone, and we'd always be real flirty with each other and like, oh, I can tell you don't need any, wink, wink. And then one breakfast that we had, she's like, you should come see me. And she never told me what she saw in my face. But I went in, had the test. I was low on testosterone, been getting the testosterone pellets for about 8 years. So my point of that is, like, literally, you could just feel totally fine. And then, like, the next season, like by fall or next spring, you're like, I don't know. I feel like I always low-key have the flu or like a hangover or something. Just go get it checked. It may not be that. You may just be sleep-deprived. It could be your thyroid. Could be pre-diabetes. But if it is your testosterone, you're kind of lucky, because that is eminently treatable. Right next door, we have BioBalance Skin. I get Botox there because I have the face of a potato. I look like someone dipped their fist in whiskers. So I need all the help I can get.